website and enter for your last chance to win a new Ram 1500. Hurry in now during the Magus Summer Sales event at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is own country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money Americans in 2025 are now spending on gas in a year, even with lower gas prices. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SPORTS to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Oh, here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning storm pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. You're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time. And those cars are going real fast and real fast, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready? Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
Now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning stone pimp. Straight limping, wounds from drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block,
Hello. Welcome to Senning Show. As the great SBK used to say, it's baby, lil baby, Friday. My name is John Senning. That man over there is Diz. And you know, it's a good day when we are graced with the presence of the one and only. Some call him Moses. We call him Just Call Mo. He's Tampa's injury attorney. He's jet setting, hard rock betting, Parm, eating. That's all I got. He is Mo DeWitt. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. Dude, I only saw like glimmers of your trip, but I was trying to remember. Was it Iceland?
Yeah, it was Iceland.
Iceland. Did that? How was Iceland compared to other places you've been in your life?
I mean, I think it's one of my new favorite places.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
Dude,
that is awesome.
That is amazing. If you want to interact, if you have something for Mo DeWitt, we might get to your call. I know that we had Tabitha yesterday, whose child was being stole from her, and her ex is a lawyer, and I think she's going to check in with us, and maybe Mo might have a little bit of advice for her. But if you have anything else, you can get on the phone line, 800-771-1025. Get up in the chat room, YouTube, Senning Show. Hit us up on social media, and we'll pepper in your comments and suggestions as the show goes on. But right now, it's time to dig into some legal briefs with Mo DeWitt. Mo, I was thinking about Iceland, and I was thinking about you. What is your lineage? Like, what is your genealogy?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Yeah, I really have no clue.
You strike me as a guy that would know.
I should know.
Dude, you absolutely should know.
It's a little irresponsible that I don't.
Dude, you never fired up a 23andMe or anything like that?
I'm scared of that thing.
Oh, see, you are also a man of the law, so...
You know, I'm very, very pessimistic, not sure what they're doing with my data, my information.
Well, that's I'm sure you know about this, but that, what do they call it? The familial DNA testing that I see on 2020s and Datelines, where they can now go like next level, and if they have DNA, they can pretty much enter it into a database that has the 23andMe's and the ancestries and go, well, we haven't found our guy, but we found a guy that we're pretty sure is a brother of the guy or a cousin of the guy, and then just work backwards from there.
Yeah, and I don't want to be pinned for all my past crimes. We got things to hide.
Have you ever looked up your last name?
I think I did it once. I think I actually put it in like ChatGPT, and it told me something about it.
Do you have an answer?
I have an answer.
Oh, but, are you okay if we say it? Okay.
So, if you have any Dutch lineage, it means the white or fair one.
The white or fair one.
I'm pretty pale, so that's pretty accurate.
I don't know why I thought it, but when right now, I didn't think it the first time, but right now when we're talking about Iceland, my mind went to, is that your homeland? Because I believe it is. I believe it's mine. I believe it's one of mine. I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
Iceland.
What are the Vikings?
Yeah, Iceland. Is it Scandinavia? Is that another place over in that area? Yeah, Scandinavia, absolutely. Iceland. So what do you do? Because it's cold. It's icy. Are you?
Well, it's summers. I mean, it's like 60 degrees.
Well, something was icy. Were you on a lake that was frozen?
We went to a glacier.
Oh,
we went to a glacier. So we took a helicopter to a glacier one day.
Oh, damn!
Did you go to the water that's like it's warm all season long, but it looks freezing cold?
Yeah, because there's a bunch of volcanic activity over there. So you have all these like geothermal spas.
Yeah.
And so we went to two different ones. One's called like the Blue Lagoon, which is kind of near the airport area. And it's just like this beautiful blue water, and it's I don't know what it's like 80 degrees. It's like a warm bath all the time.
Yeah, I gotta get. Those are the places. As much as I talk about not wanting to leave the country, like those are the places that I want to go. Mark it down, Iceland. My number one place to go if I'm leaving the United States of America.
You'd love it. It was super cool.
What are you eating over there? That is the one thing, is the Icelandic food to me feels like it could be...
Snow cones.
Yeah.
Lots of snow cones. Actually, ice cream is really big there. But they actually had pretty decent food, really good food. I mean, I think I had one of the best meals I've ever had there.
Of your life?
Of my life.
Oh, damn. That's a hot take to just drop.
It is, and it does not sound good at all, but it was... this house that was built in like the 1700s, and they had a fish buffet, which I know sounds terrible.
Oh God, that's.
But like it's in a fishing village where the fish was caught like that morning.
Yeah,
and it was absolutely incredible.
So I mean, just all sorts of different fish prepared different ways with different sides, and
there was like one was like in a cream sauce, one was like a teriyaki sauce, one was like pan fried.
So just the whole experience, like there wasn't one fish that you thought was the headliner, just the whole experience was one of the best.
I was just loading up my plate, and like everything was delicious.
Oh damn, better than the rooftop Vegas sushi where you get a bite at a time.
That was good, but this was like felt more authentic, right? Because obviously Vegas, everything's shipped in. Like this,
right?
You're literally like on a fishing dock. It's this old house, and like there's fish outside that's being like salted and cured.
Oh, really?
And like you're inside just eating this like fresh fish. I mean, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty badass. Again, we've got Mo DeWitt in studio with us. Just call MOE.com 866 call MOE 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you find yourself in a situation where you need an attorney, it's interesting. I was watching through some of your latest Parm reviews, and are you on Are you on have you hit a cold spell?
I think I'm in a little bit of a parm slump right now.
Yeah, dude, I feel like we've got to one of these weeks, and I know we notoriously, well, probably more so me, talk about doing things and then don't do them. One of these next weeks, we've got to do Mazzaro's. So I think at this point, that's a legendary that's a legendary parm that you have not conquered yet.
I've been there 3 times, not got any food yet.
Yeah, that's tough, dude.
Yeah.
It takes planning and it takes patience. And it takes
you need a guide. You need a John Senning guide.
You really, and I don't even know that I'm fully capable of doing it. I mean, the time that you pick really is when you're going to figure out what's best. But I just think that could be the place that gets you. And maybe we do it on a day where, I don't know if you'd ever come out here on a weekend, but we could also bust out a few. Yeah. Which I mean, chicken parm not something that you can eat a bunch of.
Oh, I've done it before. I've done 3 in a day before.
You've put yourself in a food coma.
There was a parm coma for sure.
Do a parm crawl?
Parm. Oh, dude, that's a parm. Dude, brand it.
Parm
crawl.
Parm crawl.
We should make a shirt out of that.
Dude, parm crawl. I don't know how we do it. We'd have to get
a bus.
We'd have to get a bus. It would be the Just Call Mo parm crawl. We get a party bus, and then we just have to probably have 5 or 6 restaurants that we're preparing smaller.
It's got to be a smaller.
They're in on it. They're in on it. So they give us a parm. Every place has like a parm and a signature drink, and then we go and then we just do the parm crawl. That was good, Diz.
Yeah,
dude, we got a hell of
cooking up here.
We got a hell of a think tank popping off over here. Do you have a next place that you're going?
I got some place on my phone that someone suggested yesterday. That I was going to stop by after this.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, it's here. I can look it up. I forget the name, but
I did feel bad because I don't know the dude's name off the top of my head, but it was a guy from the radio station in Orlando who took you to this place, and then and then it was just a bust.
And he was like, "This is my local pizza joint," and the pizza was okay, but the rest, the chicken parm was terrible.
Yeah, I think it's easy to make a generic chicken parm, and I will honestly tell you, I'm not the biggest. I wouldn't order it. I don't order it very often. But it seems like it's an easy thing to do not good. I mean, you get a frozen chicken.
You just get a frozen chicken cutlet and throw some stuff on.
Throw some cheese and some sauce on top of it.
Yeah, they said Cacciatore and Sons. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Oh, yeah, that place is legit.
It's legit? Okay.
I think there's 2. Dude, that's the original, I think, is TNC.
Is it?
Yeah, we used to go there all the time when we lived over that way. It's on whatever Wilski Hanley becomes. It's on that road before you get to Hillsborough.
I never knew that stuff.
Yeah, dude, that place is actually really good. It's a full-blown Italian market. We used to get meat from there back in the day when we lived over there. They've got tons of, that used to be the only place we used to get pork roll when we lived over on that side of town. It's nice. Right, that seems like it's kind of, it would be the Tampa's, and no offense, I don't mean it as offensive as it sounds, the Tampa lesser version of Mazzaro's. Yeah. It's smaller, not as busy. Yeah. You can get in there fairly easily. For the most part.
Say that now.
Yeah. Until they find out you're going to be there.
Exactly.
The next thing you know, they're going to be lined up out the door. Can I throw some things at you, Mo DeWitt? Can we dig into some legal briefs?
Absolutely.
This one I've been holding on to for a while, and I was so interested to get your opinion on what all of it means because we talked about it a lot as it was happening. So we're going back in time a little bit. But this is in regards to the Clearwater ferry crash.
Yeah.
So Jeff Knight, the Pinellas County businessman who is accused of crashing into the Clearwater ferry in April, killing one person and injuring another, he officially pled not guilty. So by the end of it, and this is all, and I'm sure you've heard of this, but the update was that he's facing 24 charges, including 8 counts of felony leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death and seriously bodily injury, 16 counts of violating different navigational rules for the crash on April 27th, 2025. My real question about how this has all gone down, because I will say, you were the one we asked ourselves. We talked about it in the room a lot. You said pretty strongly, charges are coming, and
I thought so.
And you were obviously dead right about that. I'm more intrigued with his plea of not guilty. What does a not guilty plea do for you when it comes to posturing? Because my thought was, if this guy wants to keep it out of court, you plead guilty and then you come to some sort of deal. Is there a way where this ends up, quote unquote, in his favor with him still pleading not guilty to start?
Well, so typically you always plead not guilty to start. It's never really a good idea to plead guilty right away. So typically you plead not guilty. That buys you time to essentially work up the case, look at the discovery, see what the actual charges are, and then try to negotiate some sort of deal. I mean, most cases do resolve by some sort of plea agreement where he'll plead no contest or plead guilty to the charges, and there'll be some sort of negotiated sentence, done, assuming it doesn't go to trial. Very few cases go to trial, but this one could potentially.
See, I think that's my next question is what are the situations where, I'm sorry, I don't think this is a correct legal terms, but where an attorney gets a real boner for the idea of going to trial? Because so the other part of this was that they did also put some charges on the driver of the of the ferry because he didn't have his lights on and things like that. So I wondered, not knowing anything, if they look at that and go, well, the charges are there, we can show that this guy was at fault, maybe there's an opportunity to win this thing in court, or is that just something that even if you think you got it, you don't ever want to do?
Well, I mean, I think most of the cases that go to trial, it's not necessarily that they're not guilty of everything, but they may be overcharged. So, sometimes they'll overcharge, and then, you basically take it to trial because you don't think they can prove the elements of that crime. I mean, we kind of saw that with the Diddy trial, on the federal case. And so there may be a situation where if they're not willing to drop some of the charges, if there is overcharging here, I'm not saying that there is, that's usually when cases go to trial, though.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the charges now. I think they added more, but I know initially the handful of charges, I think there were 3 or 4, that each one of them came with a maximum sentence of like 10 years. So is there, when you hear something like 24 charges, 8 counts of felony leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death, 16 counts of violating different navigational rules, is there a realm of possibility where you can settle out of court and this guy doesn't go to jail for one day?
Not on a plea agreement. I don't see him walking away without any jail time, given the severity of this crash. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's factual, but given the severity of the injuries and that there was deaths involved here, they left the scene. If he's negotiating a plea agreement, I don't see the state attorney's office letting him off with no jail time. I think that's very, very unlikely. I think any sort of plea agreement is going to include some significant jail time, in the years range. But ultimately, we'll see. We'll see what the evidence is and if there's any possible defenses there.
He is Mo DeWitt. Hit him up. Just call MOE.com, 866. Call MOE. He's Tampa's injury attorney. I want to pepper this in real quick because Mo has been so great. And Just Call Mo. You guys have, everybody in your circle has been so great with helping out with the Humane Society of Pinellas County. And I was texting with Peyton from Humane Society right before we went on the air today. Franny, the dog that I tried to convey, is a beautiful dog that I have not personally been in the presence of a dog like this through our relationship with the Humane Society. This is one of the sweetest, most loving dogs that I have ever been around ever. And I thought for certain that by the time the weekend was over, that she would have gotten a home. I did get word back a little bit ago that that Franny is still at the Humane Society of Pinellas County. So Just Call Mo has been great enough to step up and cover the adoption fees for the dogs that we feature on the bone here and on Senning Show. So if you are in the market for a new dog, and I'm going to tell you some variation of this every time we have a dog in here, but this dog I think will change somebody's life and is so full of love and is such a sweet dog. So go see Franny at the Humane Society of Pinellas County. And again, Mo, thank you as always to everything you guys have done.
I mean, you're making me want to adopt.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, I would tell you, I know that, I know that you lost a pet recently.
Couple.
I don't know. Do you have like something in your head when it comes to because you also have multiple dogs, so I don't know if that makes it difficult or easier when you think about getting new dogs. Is there like a timeline in your head that you go, well, it doesn't feel right to do it within this window?
I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm a sucker, so after we lost 2 dogs in 3 months, I think.
That's so brutal.
And then I went on Facebook. I subscribed to all these dog adoption groups, and they're like, there's videos and pictures popping up all the time,
dude. I'm not trying to pressure you in, but we got to get you and Franny in the same room. I'm telling you, just with what you just said, if you and Franny get in the same room, Franny's your dog.
I mean, I can go home with a new dog today.
I mean, I am 100. Dude, so a lot of these dogs, they come in here and they're roaming, they're sniffing the building, they're trying to figure out what's going on. And I sit on the floor and they kind of come up to me and we bond a little bit. Dude, as soon as I plop down on the floor, Franny comes up and wraps her neck around my neck and pretty much gives me a hug. And I mean, I put videos on the Bone social media of her loving on Joj.
I'm looking on them right now.
Joj and her daughter. Franny's great with other dogs. I mean, this dog is just she legit gives me Miss Peaches vibes. If anybody knows about Dave Portnoy and his dog, this dog just is oozing love and will absolutely change and make somebody's life. But you got to go get her before Mo does at this point. Maybe make a
race to the Humane Society.
Maybe make a stop by on your way out of town. I'm going to book a meet and greet for you on your way out.
We've been talking about getting a second dog at our place. So every time I see these dogs, I'm like, if Nicole sees this, we're probably going home with her this weekend.
Yeah, but this dog, again, I don't want to ever make it seem like one dog is above the others, but this is a very, very special dog. That's all I'll say. So, Mo,
all right,
the ball's in your court.
I appreciate that.
Diz. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everybody in the YouTube chat room that is watching video. You know, it's one thing. We have the Jojes of the world in here. We get the Danielles of the world in here. Comes in here in her workout booty shorts and all that, and all the creepers come a call in and they get into the video chat room. Let us not breeze over the handsome good looks of Mo DeWitt, who is now live on video. I mean, this is a man who is Americana through and through. When you see this, you see a man that is handsome and dapper, and that really is going to come through on the video. So ladies and men, make sure you log in to get a peek at Mo DeWitt.
No.
So I'm very intrigued how you plan on asking this question, Diz, but I love where your head is, because Diz and I realized we have a very unfortunate connection when it comes to when and how and where our parents met. And I don't know how Diz is going to frame this question, but he let me know he was going to ask it. So fire away, brother.
Yeah, I just found it interesting, like the whole dynamic of dating someone first, if you are underage at the same time, and then going forward, if you then become a legal age and they are underage. And the whole idea I'm building around this is, so what if my pops was the same age as my mom and they were 16 and he had photos of her in his phone and then he got in trouble? Could he get in trouble for those photos because she is underage technically, even though he's underage?
And just to give you a little bit of the backstory on that, Diz and I both realized that our dads essentially should probably be in prison because they got our moms when they were around 14 or 15, and they were much older. They were much older than that. So they don't even need to be the same age. It would have still worked. Well, I guess that's just a little more cut and dry.
Yeah.
But I think I have heard of stories like that play out in schools and stuff these days.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they passed the Romeo and Juliet laws, because you had that situation, where one kid aged, was 18 and one was 17, or one was 19 and one was 17. And so, they finally addressed that. And so Florida now has what we call Romeo and Juliet laws, where basically if you're between the ages of like 14 and 17 and there's no more than like 4 years of age difference there, then it's allowed, basically.
Okay. See, I knew that was like the whole relationships. I didn't know that extended into like photos. Like, okay, if I'm, 17 and she's 15 and we're sharing photos, then I turn over, 18 and I still have those photos. Can I be in trouble?
I don't think that's even the kid. Correct me if I'm wrong. If two kids are sharing photos, or let's say a girl sends her boyfriend who's in high school, they're both 14, and she sends him videos of herself sexually, can that kid not be charged with kiddie porn? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I'd have to look into that. I'm not sure about the actual images thing. I was referring just to the relationship there. When it comes to images, obviously, it could get a little dicey there. I would think that a prosecutor would have enough sense to kind of understand the situation there. I mean, I remember growing up, stuff like that happened.
Yeah.
But, it's amongst kids, which is very different than amongst, adults viewing children, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure the answer if there is sort of a Romeo and Juliet law for images explicitly, but certainly it does protect the relationship to some degree.
Do you know your parents' difference in age?
Yeah, it's about 10 or 11 years.
Oh, wow, dude, you're in the club, dude.
Yeah,
let's go. I don't want to make you go down the road that we went down, but it sounds like, man, I wonder.
You're in the Dirty Dad Club.
Yeah, the Dirty Daddies. Is your by the way, is your mother still with us?
Yeah,
she is. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is that it was all like almost understood all the time throughout my life, but it wasn't until we got much older that I started realizing, okay, well, if she had me when she was that age and you met her 2 years before that age and you were this age, you're a pedophile. No, it's no, but for real, if it showed up in a news story, that's what the headline would say.
Different time.
It wasn't, and it really was absolutely a different time. And I don't even, for the good, for the bad, it was an absolutely different time.
I feel like my parents brainwashed me into just believing that, like, it's love. We did it out of love.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
I did want to read Jesse Allen's post in the chat that said Moses DeWitt can get it.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you know
what it is.
we'll tell you.
Tell me off air.
We'll fill you in after the fact. This one is something that I think is very near and dear to everybody's home, especially if they have children. The predators on the internet maybe have figured out the places where everybody is looking, they're no longer there. So you go to the places where you know the kids are going to be. And Roblox, which I don't know what it is. It's a game. It's a game for kids. They have been slammed as a hunting ground for child sex predators in a new lawsuit against the online gaming giant that alleges it caused the exploitation of a 9-year-old boy. The lawsuit filed last week in Georgia State Court by an anonymous DeKalb County mother and her young son accuses Roblox of negligence as well as prioritizing growth over child safety. It follows a recent waves of similar lawsuits lodged against the $90 billion company that accused the popular gaming platform of not doing enough to safeguard children from pedophiles. Now, this is obviously specific to Roblox, and there have been countless lawsuits towards the big ones, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Meta as a whole when it comes to protecting kids. Is there ever enough power of the people that could possibly institute real change in these places? Or are these businesses so large that really they'll pay this money and probably never have to really do anything that will ultimately change the process?
I mean, I think there can be change, from public pressure, certainly, and from these lawsuits. And as much as, I want children to be protected, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I do think these lawsuits, you look at them and you go, okay, what was the company really supposed to do? It's one, there are certain things out there where obviously they're turning a blind eye to things, but I've never played Roblox. I don't know what it is exactly, but obviously a company can't be in there monitoring every single conversation that goes on. Sure, they can put filters in place and things like that, but there does have to be, responsibility on the parents to kind of.
And that is a big part that I am somebody who believes that the internet has probably caused more harm than good. Like, I just generally think that. But at the same time, I think there has to be a little bit more personal responsibility when it comes to families and specifically a child who has a phone. And I don't think that it's good enough to go, well, I got the parental controls on there now, and I know they can only play Roblox or whatever it is. I think there has to be a more proactive, deep-reaching action by a parent to ensure that nobody is getting to your kid. Because in some of these cases, these kids have been talking to people on the internet for 6 months, and then they go and meet them and something terrible happens, and it goes, well, if you don't know that your kid was communicating with somebody and making plans, like, that is the by definition almost the job of a parent.
Right. Yeah, you're supposed to know where your child is, know what they're up to, know what they're doing. I mean, it's one thing if you have a system like LimeWire or Napster, and they're like, oh, well, we didn't know anyone was illegally downloading music on our platform.
Yeah.
That's nonsense. I mean, this obviously Roblox has a different purpose. It's not for this purpose here. So, how is the company itself really supposed to prevent this? Sure, they can put some filters in place, but, obviously I'm a lawyer who sues people, so this is kind of against what I do for a living. But, looking at it from the company's perspective, what's a reasonable safeguard to put in place? Do they have reasonable safeguards? They can't monitor everything. So I do think it falls on the parents.
Well, in this same exact one, the lawsuit alleges that these predators harassed the boy for months and ultimately extorted him. How do you have this going on your kid's phone and you don't know? Like, how are there people hounding your kid for months on end, ultimately to send them money or to send sexually explicit images for months on end, and that never hits your radar? I would think you're being a little too hands off with a 9-year-old kid on their phone.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to your child more and have maybe work on that relationship so they're comfortable confiding in you what's going on.
Lazy parenting. Nicole has parental locks on their phones, on their tablets, has shut off time, but it has features where it's like you cannot play any games that have chat features and stuff like that.
And it's as simple as that. And I don't know why you would ever need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You can play a game in your house without feeling the need that you have to be communicating with others. It's just too risky these days. In this one, I don't know necessarily that there's a legal angle, but it is a scam that is stemming from your potential jury duty. A Tampa Bay area woman is warning others about a sophisticated phone scheme that nearly cost her family $9,000. So it starts as a voicemail claiming that her husband had missed jury duty and could face being arrested. Now, my first question for you, Mo, along this, will you be arrested if you skip out on jury duty?
Technically, it's possible, but what they typically have is there's a contempt hearing that you have to come back for, and they could possibly have you arrested. I've never really seen it happen. It's very, very rare. The only one time I saw it possibly almost happen, I can't remember if he put him in jail or not, was this. They came for jury duty. It was like, all right, everybody come back 8 o'clock tomorrow. And this one juror didn't show up, and so the judge brought him in, and he's like, well, where were you? And the guy goes, oh, I thought you meant 8 p.m. And the judge was just like, you're a moron. And I don't know if he threw him in jail for the night or not, but he was not happy with him.
So the caller that calls this woman identified himself as Lieutenant Jason Allen with the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office Civil Service Division and even cited a federal grand jury summons. The message included the address of a real courthouse and was followed by texted documents including what appeared to be state court order and an arrest warrant with her husband's name on it. Fake officer badge numbers, even signatures. And, it can be tough when you're looking at that and you feel like, oh, my goodness, we're getting in trouble here. So they're driving to the courthouse, and the caller tells them to make sure they bring $9,000 in cash with them.
That's a red flag.
You would think. Warning they could be arrested if they didn't show up or if they showed up without it. That's when immediately they go, okay, this seems a little shady. She later noticed red flags in the documents like misspelled words, inconsistent fonts, mismatched signatures, and odd instructions like remain on the phone and the threat of extra calls if they hung up. After calling attorneys, they learned it was a scam. She posted her experience on TikTok where it's now going insanely viral. Is there it still feels like the world is playing catch up with these scams. There's so many of them and they're getting so advanced. I saw one yesterday and I've heard of them in the past where they're now getting people's children's voices.
Yeah.
Like they're getting people's kids' voices and then they think they're getting a call from their child and often sending money to certain places or whatever it may be. It feels like they got too advanced or there got to be too many of them too quick to where society and law enforcement is like playing catch up constantly to get these guys.
Yeah, I mean, they had to put up billboards because of that toll scam that people were getting. But I mean, typically, the general rule of thumb is you're never going to get a phone call or a text message that there's a warrant for your arrest. Usually they're going to show up at your door, an officer is, or you'll get some sort of certified letter or a letter in the mail that you have to show up in court for some reason. I mean, typically it's never going to be a text message. I mean, that's almost always a scam.
And that's the thing too, is I don't want to, I don't know if it says the age of these people, but I do believe that often older folks are, targets because they just don't, they don't check all of those boxes. And then we hear who did she think that she was falling in love with? There was a lady a few months ago, and I think she thought
it was Bradley
Cooper.
It was Brad Pitt. I think it was Brad Pitt, and she's sending him money, and he needs to transfer this money, so she has to send him this certain money, and it's just you feel bad for them because a lot of them just are looking for company or love or some version of it. This is a little different, but it's one of those situations as well that I don't see it. I don't see it getting better anytime soon.
No.
Let's step aside for a moment. I think. Hold on, let me check real quick. Is this Tabitha?
It is.
Hey, Tabitha, we have to take a quick commercial break. Is there any way you can hang with us for just a couple minutes through the commercial break?
Take your time.
All right, thank you so much. That was Tabitha who called us yesterday with an insane story where her husband, seemingly per her details, has taken their child. He happens to be a lawyer. She feels helpless, and we're going to see if Mo DeWitt of JustCallMOE.com can give her any advice. We'll be back in just a moment with more Senning Show. If you've considered getting new windows, the time is now to reach out to my friends at Reese Windows. We've already got some things popping off out there in the Atlantic. Tropical storm Aaron is there. And spoiler alert, there will be more as the season goes along. So act now to get hurricane impact windows from Reese. They're affordable, energy efficient, and come with that double lifetime warranty, which means even when you transfer, you sell your home, the warranty will transfer, and that's going to boost your value. Reese gets most windows installed in under 8 weeks for a free quote. All you got to do is text TRUST to 20129, and you're also going to be registered for your chance to win $15,000 in free windows. Do that now. TRUST to 20129. Keep it locked to the bone.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Tampa.
Tacoma or RAV4, your choice. $249 a month. Limited time only at Sun Toyota during Toyota's national sales event. Your choice. New Tacoma or RAV4, $249 a month. Sun Toyota savings are in effect on new Tacoma or RAV4. Now only $249 a month. Make it Sun Toyota and make it happen. SunToyota.com. $12.98. Private tag agency fee $189. Electronic registration filing fee $598. 2025 Tacoma SR5 $249 for 36 months. $49.99 DAS. 2025 RAV4 LE $69.99 DAS. No security deposit required. Expires 9/2/25.
At Bernetti PA, our team will tell you that our number one priority is striving for the best customer service in the industry. I'm honored by the number of referrals we get from our current and past clients. They trust us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Don't miss the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 36 monthly, 10K miles a year, $39.99. Do it. Signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
There's never been a better time to sign up on Hard Rock Bet than right now. Why? Because new customers that bet $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. And real football is just days away, and we're already betting on the preseason. If you think baseball is slow, why don't you try betting on it? That makes things a whole lot more fun. Plus, you can step in the cage and bet on the biggest names in MMA with 19% profit boost for 319 fights happening on Saturday. It's Hard Rock Bet. Download the app or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Patrick and Heather from Bolt Electric.
Storm season is upon us again.
We're getting calls from lots of homeowners asking Bolt what they can do
To better protect their home from the next bad storm.
They called the right place.
Bolt electricians are out there right now installing whole home surge protection
That saves your equipment,
and powerful whole home generators.
that keep your lights on and appliances running through any blackout. Just call Bolt and find out how you can be storm ready
And storm safe.
online at boltelectric.com.
My name is attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This year, fuel prices have been a bit of a roller coaster. Here in Tampa, drivers finally have some relief at the pump, but prices are likely to go up by the end of the summer. Well, you know what can make your ride smoother? The Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on every fill-up, which means there's money to be earned even when gas prices are low. Upside earns you up to 25 cents per gallon at hundreds of nearby locations, like Circle K, Racetrack, and Shell. Download the app and see why millions of Upside users have racked up almost $1 billion in cash back earned. For a limited time, get a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first purchase with promo code TAMPA04. That's promo code TAMPA04 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your next fill-up. With Upside, you can roll up to a nearby gas station and coast straight to cashback earnings. Don't forget to use promo code TAMPA04. Upside. Cashback smarter. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Experience Monster Jam live and become a fan for life with an ultimate day of family fun at the Emily Arena on August 15th through the 17th. Get ready to cheer, scream, and be amazed as massive Monster Jam trucks and world champion drivers take over Tampa for a weekend packed with high-flying action and jaw-dropping stunts.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. And it's always a treat when we get to hang out with our good buddy Mo DeWitt. Just call MOE.com, 866-CALL-MOE. He was just showing me some of the fresh Just Call Mo summer merch. Only $5 for, what does it say, Summer of Mo?
Summer of Mo.
Summer of Mo t-shirt, which I was telling you before the show, your artwork, your graphic guy, they're damn cool shirts, not just a shirt. You should just wear a shirt to support Mo, but this is a shirt that is fashionable and you can support Mo. If you go to shop.justcallmo.com, you can get that shirt for only $5. Who the hell is selling a shirt for only $5?
I mean, I think it costs us $6 to ship it.
Well, there you go. A man of the people. He's losing money. So even if you love him, get one. And if you love the idea of him losing money, go get one. Shop.justcallmo.com. And let me do this real quick, partially because I know Mo loves it. If you've got a clean car that is now dirty because it's pouring rain outside, you need to think about Bubble Down Car Wash. For that unlimited membership plan, they've got location in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and a new spot that just opened up in Spring Hill. And they were going to take care of you every time. And if you go unlimited, whether it's the birds, the bugs, the pollen, the rain, maybe you got sand in your backseat because you like to go to the beach, that unlimited plan is the way to go, so you can hit those long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, and you'll be good to go. Get to your local Bubble Down today, and you will have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down. So I feel like I want to catch you up, but maybe the best bet is just to let Tabitha catch you up. So I will just say this. Yesterday, there was a study that came out about being estranged from family members, and that's what took us down the rabbit hole that eventually led Tabitha to give us a call. Tabitha, are you there? Was that here?
I am.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We just had a very loud boom of thunder here. Tabitha, thanks for calling back. Thanks for calling us back today. And I hope that by the time we're done with this conversation, you'll be feeling a little bit better, maybe having a little more help. So can you, kind of in the concise Cliff Notes version, catch our buddy Just Call Mo up on your situation?
Yes, and I have to be careful what I say. Okay, so 18 years. My mom died, matriarch of the family.
18 years of marriage?
18 years of marriage?
Yes, with him.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And then after I stopped breastfeeding, it got worse, like domestic violence. And then when my mother died, it got even more, way worse. It's just so hard to talk about because I haven't seen her since June. He's alienated her from me. He has completely dismissed the court order. I actually had to do a contempt. And
how old is the child?
Threats and all that. 12. She gets to make all the decisions. That's what he says. But anyway, he met with my family behind my back, and I thought that was very sucky on the part of my family.
Well, let me ask you a question. So you're in court already. There's a divorce case going on. Is that right?
It's actually everything is settled. This is just a contempt because he's not following the court order.
Okay, so what is the court order? There's a time sharing schedule or custody schedule in place?
Correct. Everything.
And what is that?
Settled, court, child support, everything.
What is the time sharing schedule?
Well, it was supposed to be in the summer, Wednesday to Wednesday, and I didn't see her all summer.
Okay, so you're supposed to basically have a week on, week off in the summer.
Correct.
Okay, and is the child back in school now or no?
She is. She is.
And what's the schedule during the school year? Roughly speaking.
It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have a Friday and weekends.
And so you said you filed a contempt?
I had to, yes.
And has that been heard by a judge?
And he went to what we were talking about earlier was that he has a law degree. I couldn't get an attorney if I wanted to because he's got friends or went and spoke, and that is why I had to do it by myself. But yes.
Okay. So you filed the contempt. Has it been to a hearing yet?
In a couple weeks.
Okay. And so it's been since June. You haven't seen the child. When did you file the motion?
Last week.
Okay, so you just filed it last week. Was there a reason you waited so long?
Threats. He's got a lot of money. It's not the first time that, this, it's just, it's.
Okay.
I just never seem to be able to get ahead. It really sucks.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I love my kid, and she gets all the freedom over there. And that's why. And I'm afraid that, do you know what age they ask the child who they want to be with? Because she will say him because she gets to do whatever she wants.
So there is no age, and the reason for that is because then one parent would just give the child a bunch of candy, and they would say, "I always want to go with the parent that gives them candy," but that doesn't mean that that's in the best interest of the child. So you can file a motion for the child to testify, but in my experience, judges really want the child to be 15, 16 to be able to testify, and even when they testify, it's not in a courtroom. It's typically one-on-one, just the child and the judge and a court reporter there. So it's not as adversarial of a situation. But most judges do not want children in their courtroom unless it's absolutely necessary. So here,
agreed.
I always say, there is a presumption of 50-50 custody in the state of Florida now. And so, unless there's a reason for a child not to be with a parent, most judges want the child to be with both of their parents for an equal amount of time. And so here, if he's violated these court orders, you want to make sure that you're asking for make-up time sharing going forward. And if this happens again, you probably want to file it as an emergency or expedited motion to get in front of the judges.
This one wasn't. Yeah, this one was filed as an emergency because of that.
It was. And I guess, you just filed it the other week, though, 2 weeks ago? So that is a pretty quick turnaround time to get in front of the judge. Because that's the problem. That's where people kind of sometimes take advantage of situations like this is you file the motion. If you don't file it as an emergency, then months can go by before you actually get in front of the judge and you haven't seen your child in all that time. And obviously that can lead to alienation and things like that. So
it already have. It's bad.
So can I hop in? I have a question. So are you representing yourself in this when you go in front of the judge the next time, Tabitha?
I am.
Is that?
I actually got a victim advocate from the sheriff's office. I hope.
Where does
we'll
that?
Be able to make it.
What's your take on that, Mo? Like, is this kind of so cut and dry that it shouldn't really matter, or will it hinder her opportunity to do what she needs to do if she doesn't have an attorney?
It's always harder to navigate the legal system without an attorney. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but it is more difficult. There are legal aid organizations that may be able to assist. If if you're concerned about hiring an attorney locally because your husband is an attorney, maybe you can hire one from a different county. There's 100,000 attorneys in the state of Florida. You can probably find one, but of course that does require money. I don't know what your financial situation looks like, and attorneys can be expensive. Now, on the flip side, you can ask to be reimbursed for your attorney's fees, especially if he has the ability to pay and he's violating court orders. But obviously it's up to the judge to make that determination.
Okay.
So, and I hate to be the one to ask uncomfortable questions, but as I hear this story, and I just wonder how somebody could just take somebody's child, and I kind of asked you this repeatedly yesterday. Like, what would his argument be for why he doesn't want your child around you? Like, is it as simple as he's trying to punish you? Like, do you? And these are hard questions. Do you have a drinking problem? Do you have a drug issue?
No.
Is your home safe?
No.
Like all of those things that he could potentially bring up.
I'll kind of answer that question for you. Let's say even if there is an issue, I'm not saying there is, Tabitha, but even if there is an issue, the husband here or the former husband has the obligation to file a motion or a petition with the court. He can't just unilaterally withhold the child.
Okay.
So that's the difference there, is especially if he hasn't filed
And I
anything.
had multiple reports on him, and he has nothing on me. I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
I'm born on the, I can't really say, but law and order. I follow the rules. He does not.
Yeah,
because he's got money.
But even whenever there's a court order, one party cannot unilaterally decide to change that court order. They have to file something with the court, and they could, of course, make accusations in that motion, petition, whatever it may be, but they can't just unilaterally ignore a court order. And most judges come down pretty harsh on people who do that. So hopefully, there'll be some justice here, but obviously it's up to the judge.
He's made me lose my family. I've lost my best friend of 30 years that he slept with. I've lost a lot.
He slept with your best friend?
Oh, yeah. That's how they got a lot of information.
Oh, geez.
30 plus years.
Oh, no. Oh, man, this guy is something else. Well, Tabitha, I hope that maybe you learned a little something, and it sounds like there's not much gray area for the fact that he's doing something wrong. So from that perspective, things are in your favor.
Yeah, but you have to, in the future, you have to be on top of it and file those motions faster. You can't let this amount of time go on. I know that there may have been threats and things like that, but you have to get in front of a judge as soon as possible, because until a judge knows about it, a judge can't do anything.
That's what somebody told me, and now I know that. Yes.
Right. Well, good luck, Tabitha, and please keep us posted.
Can I say something really quick about? I will.
I think
can I say something really quick about the Humane Society SCCA
sure, yeah.
thing? Really quick. So I went into Publix and asked them for their lettuce, the dead heads of lettuce they throw away for the manatees. And the manager was so impressed by that she gave me a form to have any organization fill out, and they will donate all their dead heads of lettuce to. Yeah.
Dude, I was questioning whether or not there was something wrong with you, and now I find out you're getting lettuce to go feed to the manatees.
She's a hero.
Give this woman her child back. Give this woman her child back. Thank you, Tabitha. You're the best. Dude, when she said, I got to say something, and then started talking about the lettuce. Yeah, that's, I'm not saying that there's we're just hearing her side of the story. I think that's important to note and hear, and I don't think that means anything. She's clearly emotional and upset. I'm not sure what happened with the breastfeeding, though. She did mention the breastfeeding 2 days in a row, if that was the moment that he started 10 years ago, started drifting away.
Imagine he's listening. He's like, that drunk junkie? Yeah. Is that who they're listening to?
Well, I mean, like you said, though, it doesn't matter.
No.
He should. If there's a legitimate concern about the child's safety or welfare, he's supposed to file something with the court, alerting the court of that. And you're typically, well, almost in every case, you can't just unilaterally ignore a court order.
Right.
So you have to go through the proper channels. If there needs to be a modification for some reason, you can file for a modification of the time sharing schedule or custody. but you can't just unilaterally withhold a child.
We are on the lookout for the husband, for the man. I think we owe him equal time at this point since she's called 2 days in a row. So Tabitha's man, you dirty dog who was banging her best friend of 30 years and stealing the kid. We need to hear your side of things. So make the call if you're out there. I was thinking a little palate cleanser since we got down in the, got deep for a second. Mo DeWitt, are you a late night snacker?
Sometimes.
Not it's not like in your DNA though. It's not like every night you're going to be up in the fridge.
Not every night, but sometimes you're out working late or something, and you get home and you kind of peck through the fridge a little bit, see what's in there.
I've got to find a way to beat my demons, dude. It's
no.
late night eating is just, and it goes through phases, but like lately I just get up and I'm like, I can make good choices all day, and then I pop up out of bed like like the Undertaker almost, and I'm just ready to feast, and I just go to the fridge.
Is it because of a little?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah. But the problem is last night I had a half a block of Carolina Reaper cheese in the middle of the night, and
that seems like a horrible thing.
I'm dealing with the repercussions of it in my life today. That's all I'll really say.
You hate The Simpsons. I'm telling you, that's literally something Homer did.
Homer
woke up in the night and just ate a bunch of cheese.
Yeah.
For like the whole night.
Well, the thing is that I'm trying to keep sweets out of the house, so I maybe overcompensated by bringing a lot of cheese into the house. So I got like 3 different flavors of cheese. So when I wake up in the middle of the night, I pretty much have cheese.
Yeah, sugars are down, but cholesterol.
Yeah,
I'm lactose. Love me some cheese.
Yeah,
I get it.
I could. Yeah, it's a problem. And even when I get on that's the other thing that I'll do is the cheese and also olives, pickles, pepperoncinis. Like that's the healthy alternative. Like the other side would be Uncrustables, Reese's peanut butter cups. Like when I'm on my game, I'm eating pepperoncinis and blocks of cheese in the middle of the night. That's me. That's the healthy version of me.
That's interesting. When I used to do the Cat Named Mo show, on the way back was always dangerous. Like there was a few times I'd pick up like a large pizza from Wrigley's over there and just eat it while driving home.
Dude, that's I love that pizza. Are you a fan of that pizza?
Oh yeah, I love that pizza.
Dude, I do not talk about that place enough because when I do my power rankings of pizza that I will go to, it's in the top 3, if not the top 2. I love and everybody has this conversation, and you're a well-traveled man, Mo DeWitt, so you know this. The deep dish pizza from Chicago, I've heard people from Chicago say that's for the tourist.
Right.
That's not what real Chicago pizza is, and they do the thin cracker crust, square cut pizza that's what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for something crispy and thin and delicious, and I love it.
And you can throw down a large pie.
Dude, that's nothing. Yeah. You eating a large pie from there, not as bad as eating a large, Jets pizza or a Domino's pizza.
Not even close.
It's barely even.
It's a little snack.
Just a little snack. Yeah. You ever try those? You ever try those weird little tamales that they got over there?
I have not.
Oh well, if you find yourself on a late night trip back, you gotta try them. They're not. I don't know. They're a Chicago delicacy. They're not like a tamale that you would get from a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
It's like got this weird ground meat, like minced meat in the middle, and the outside is almost like a cornbread, outside, and it's very thin and narrow. But you should.
I'll check it out.
You got to check it out one day. And I wanted to hit this story today. And by the way, we do have a Monster Jam driver joining us at 3:00 for the joints today. So I wanted to make sure I hit this at some point. Prosecutors will take no further action against a Florida sheriff's deputy in the arrest of a black college student who was pulled from his car and beaten by officers during a February traffic stop. We talked about this at length for days on end. The actions of Officer D. Bowers of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office did not constitute a crime, according to an investigative report by the state attorney's office in the 4th Judicial Circuit of Florida. A video showing officers punching and dragging William McNeil from his car sparked nationwide outrage, though Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters said there was more to the story than what was shown on the cell phone video. And when we heard his statement, he said, guess what? Sometimes we got to use force, and force is not pretty. According to the report, Bauer stopped McNeil for failing to turn on his headlights and buckle his seatbelt after seeing his SUV parked out of a house that was being surveilled for drug activity. We've seen the video. We've shared the audio of the video. They bust out the window, begin punching this dude in the face, pull him out of the car, put his hands behind his back, punch him again. And we now have learned that per the investigation, that was all on the up and up, and that there's nothing to see here.
I disagree.
Yeah, and
agree to disagree.
What is the and I don't know how much you know about the inner workings of investigations like this. I mean, are they all kind of in-house? I mean, is there any that was one of those, which there are going to be the people that argue, listen to the cops and these things won't happen all the time. Right. This one felt like one that was a little more, we're all on the same page, even if this guy was being a dick and pushing back against the cops.
Which I think he was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he was.
And they took it too far. They just took it.
Exactly.
They took it too far. And I think most people agreed upon that when they saw it. And what do you know? Turns out all clear.
I mean, this is just my speculation, my opinion, but obviously we know that this individual has lawyered up, that there's probably a civil suit either filed or going to be filed. And so I would think or speculate that that may have influenced not bringing criminal charges against the officer, because that's basically admitting excessive force and that he's entitled to some sort of compensation.
That's a great point. I know, because really then it is, and like, who does the investigation? Do you know?
Well, it's supposed to be like an internal affairs, but it's obviously reviewed by the state attorney's office, and they ultimately make the charging decision. But it's not lost on anyone that the state attorney's office and the police department work hand in hand basically every day.
Because that money is coming from, I guess, sort of coming from the state, from the police department, if they were to get sued, and if it was a slam dunk lawsuit where they can say, hey, look it, the state attorney brought charges, there's no debate to be had here, then that money ultimately comes from the police department, comes from the state, and they want to protect their assets.
Yeah, it's the Florida Sheriff's Insurance Fund who insures all the sheriffs in the state of Florida, but it is a fund, and yeah, it's essentially, you can call it the same thing. It's coming from them.
Man, I was surprised on that one. I'm not going to lie. I kind of got that's where it was headed when the sheriff came out and said, oh, no force is pretty, and not everybody understands what fully happened, but still at the end of the day I was surprised, and I think your explanation kind of nails it.
Just my 2 cents. I don't know if I'm right, but
and
did not see this coming, by the way.
In general, so you're saying like, oh yeah I'm white, sorry. I
this is shocking.
I expected the law to work, my bad.
You guys are like, in this America.
Yeah, dude,
what?
come on dude.
What?
Come on. Hashtag Blue Lives Matter. That was a statement of John Senning and nobody else in the room. I do apologize. Mo, thank you so much for spending time with us. Good to see you, as always. Make sure you hit him up if you are in need. He's Tampa's injury attorney. Just call MOE.com, 866-CALL-MOE. If you want to get one of these Summer of Mo t-shirts, which are very stylish, very cool-looking shirts, go to shop.justcallmo.com, and you'll be able to get your $5 shirt that costs Mo $6 to ship. So just know he's in it for the people.
Or if you hate me, just make me spend money.
Dude, what if you did just call Mo for the people?
Might have some slight trademark issues there.
Dude, no? Okay. We'll ditch that idea for now. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, a real-life honey trap. I'm not sure if it is a good idea. I'm always thinking that the way I want to frame it is going to steal something from Drew. So we're going to frame it as good idea, bad idea, to hire a sexy lady to seduce your man to find out if you've got a good man. Turns out those women actually exist, and we'll dig into it next with more Senning Show. Thank you, Mo DeWitt. Just call MOE.com. In this life, change is happening all of the time. Everything that we love changes. You know, the movies, the music, the television shows, they're made, remixed, rebooted. Even your taste in entertainment can change. But no matter how much things change in the next 5 years, there's one thing that you can guarantee will stay the same, and that is the price of your internet. Xfinity is now introducing a 5-year price guarantee, which means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best equipment included for a price that will stay exactly the same. If you're surprised, good. Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Lock it in at Xfinity.com/deals. Keep it locked to the bone. Watch the program live on YouTube. Tons of people in the chat room. More Senning Show on the way.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. 1025 The Bone has your back throughout the hurricane season. Along with our severe weather partners at Fox 13, we have everything you need leading up to, during, and after any storm that threatens our Tampa Bay area. Visit theboneonline.com and head to our hurricane guide. Get emergency kit checklists, the latest storm tracks, and ways to help the community after the storm. It's your one-stop shop for hurricane season. We do a lot of dumb stuff here at The Bone, but when hurricanes threaten, we are here for you. Always. 1025 The Bone Hurricane Guide, powered by Generex Generators.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Most people that come in have tried many different things to get themselves out of pain, and nothing has worked for them. And eventually they make their way to us, and that's when good things happen.
You're listening to Alex, an arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
A woman came in complaining of extreme pain, and she was concerned that she wasn't able to play with her grandchildren. I fitted her for the arch supports. I put them in her shoes, and she took a couple steps and she started crying because she knew then that she would be able to begin doing the things that she wanted to do with them.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store and our arch support specialists have been helping folks live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
I called her a week later. She thanked me profusely. She was able to do those things that she wasn't able to do before, and she had a new lease on life. Those kind of Good Feet stories happen all the time. It's fantastic.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Summer is still here, and so are those hot summer deals. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 0% APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Tampa injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At 4hers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at 4hers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's 4hers.com/radio. FORHERS.com/radio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money Americans in 2025 are now spending on gas in a year, even with lower gas prices. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SPORTS to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Ready to elevate your everyday? Quince has the Luxe Staples Insider Swear By, minus the markup. From 100% European linen styles and 14-karat gold jewelry to gorgeous leather bags and elevated home finds, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers premium quality at half the cost of similar brands. Discover everyday luxury without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/style upgrade for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/style upgrade.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Oh, yeah.
I spent last night in the arms of a girl in Louisiana. And though I'm out on the highway, my thoughts are still with her.
Shout out to the YouTube chat. I threw it out there to make some suggestions for a rejoin song in Polar Bear hit with some old school Garth, Callin' Baton Rouge. Do you have any connection, thoughts, feelings about Garth Brooks? Like, was there ever a time in your life where you liked him or your family listened to him or you thought of him a certain way, or is he just somebody you don't know anything about?
I think I mentioned this before. I hated Garth Brooks because of the connection. People would be like, they'd hear my name, they go, oh, hey, Garth Brooks.
Oh,
like,
dude, I don't think you ever told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be... I mean, yeah, that would, obviously we take it very differently because that would be just the compliment of all compliments.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, my God, thank you.
I don't say it enough. And the thing that's crazy is I had to go to YouTube to play the song. His music is not on Spotify. His music is only available on Amazon. He has a deal with Amazon. So I think that's a big reason why, because I use Spotify for the rejoins, I don't talk about him or play his music enough. But Garth Brooks will forever and always be my end-all be-all. He is my GOAT. He just is. When I saw him in concert at the Camping World Stadium, I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, it changed my life. It was a moment that I had been waiting for my entire life. I cried probably the whole time. Like, my childhood was framed by Garth Brooks.
I only know one Billy Ray Cyrus song, which means I know more Billy Ray Cyrus songs than Garth Brooks.
That can't be true.
100%.
Now, see, I know you know at least one Garth Brooks song. I know you know.
Maybe if you played one,
no, because
like,
I'm going to sing it to you. I'm going to sing it to you.
Oh, man.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair.
No.
Was the last one to know. The last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. I'm staring deep into Dizzy's eyes when I'm singing.
You got a good twang.
Yeah, you ready? Still nothing?
No.
You want me to take it to the hook?
I'm feeling something,
Yeah.
but
You want me to take it to the hook?
I do not know the song. Go ahead.
Because I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away.
I want to say I've heard that I've got friend in low places.
You've got, I mean, that song is one of those songs that's almost,
that.
you would have heard it in passing,
Yes.
even if you never. Jersey, Florida in the chat. GTFO says Garth Brooks was always overrated.
Oh.
That's hate speech around here. It was just, I don't even know that I was indoctrinated into the Garth Brooks lifestyle. I think that it was just always the thing is he used to do these specials on TV and they were so over the top. He would be running and swinging off of things. The stage would set on fire, rain would fall down, and I think with my love for theatrics and over the top stuff, I think that's where my love for Garth Brooks started. And Garth Brooks. My man Garth Brooks.
Never understood. I'd be like, there's two different names.
Yeah.
It's Garth and I'm Gareth.
Yeah, well, not if you say it real rednecky.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks. That's my man Garth Brooks.
It would be Garth Brooks or from Wayne's World. Just Garth. You'd be like, all right, Garth. Gonna go play the drums today?
Oh, dude, a lot of Garth hatred in the chat. Man.
Oh, in the chat, yeah.
Well, and everywhere. And the Tom Segura stuff hasn't helped, where he has come up with this conspiracy theory that have you heard about this? That Garth Brooks is a serial killer?
No.
And there are it is a joke, and I think it started as a joke, but I do believe that people have come forward and fed the joke, saying that people went missing around the time that Garth Brooks came into town.
Oh.
In certain areas.
That would be a good little sketch.
Dude, Garth is also local. He could be listening right now. I think they have a place down in Bradenton. So
oh, really?
Everybody show a little respect.
I always thought he was like a Tennessee guy or something.
I think he was for a long time, but yeah, they bought a big property down on the beach. Whoa.
Your phone's
My
calling
phone
Garth.
just started. Hello? What did you say? Why did it just start? Why did it just start talking to me?
I think it repeated what you said when it said, oh, he could be listening right now.
Oh, weird. Very weird.
The phone's like, he's not, I am.
That could be my Alexa, which I have a salacious relationship going on.
Oh, how
right
is
now.
that going with her?
It's going pretty good. I will say I feel like she stepped back.
Oh.
Which is crazy. I even said to her last night, I said, "You're not the same." I said, "You're not the same as when we first got you."
There's so much love.
She was like, "Can you please give me specifics of what you have a problem with?" And I just said, "I wouldn't call it a problem, but I just think that you've changed, and you're not as warm and sweet as you once were."
And what was her response? Was she
It was super
I'll do better.
Robotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always learning to try and help you in better ways.
She sounds like how I talk to Nicole. Like, I'll try better, baby.
I'll pick up my dirty clothes off the bedroom floor. I promise.
The love is still there.
I promise. I absolutely will. I do want to mention. I have been totally remiss in not mentioning this in the first place. Our friends at the Cava Social Club down in Bradenton, which is. If you live in St. Pete, Tampa area, you can get down there so quickly. And if you're on that side of the bridge already, you've got to check out Cava Social Club. So they do a big Bradenton's Best Awards that they've been doing for many, many years. It's like the legit version of the what they try to do up here with the Best of the Bay. And Cava Social Club, the first non-alcoholic bar ever to win Best Bar in Bradenton, and that is the Cava Social Club. And this Saturday, they've got a great event going on. I got to start checking these guys out because I've seen them perform up here at Ian's place, and I think I've heard of them in other circles, but I have not caught them with my own eyes. It is I guess you could call them a hip-hop duo, Space Camp. That's KAMP if you want to look them up. Space Camp will be performing live this Saturday at the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. You've caught them before,
I
right?
saw Space Camp. I was there when they were at Ian's shop. Little known connection. Space Camp has a member that I said it looks like the Black John Senning.
Bizarro Black John Senning. Yeah, here's a little bit of Space Camp. I don't know if they curse, but. Oh, yeah, this is my style.
Oh, yeah.
Preach.
Yeah, I can definitely see this in your rotation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Shout out to the Cava Social Club. They got best bar. They got best date night spot, best live music, and best coffee shop. All from the Best of Bradenton, which is done by the Bradenton Herald. So they're doing special stuff down there. We're very lucky to be partnered up with them. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, make sure you check out Space Camp at the Cava Social Club. These guys right here, 7 to 10. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
It's Mike. Hi, John. Hi, Diz.
What's up, buddy? You got a lot of noise. Can you help? Can you help a brother out?
Yeah, I think that's my air conditioner. So I had to shut it off.
Yeah. Pipe that down.
Sitting in the heat, dog.
All right. Hey, John, I was wondering if you have ever heard anything about the theory put forth by Tom Segura and his wife.
Oh, yeah.
concerning
You might have been calling right when I brought it up. Yeah, I did just bring that up, and it seems to have caught some fire that people believe that Garth Brooks may or may not be a serial killer.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I did just.
No, you're good. I know you're probably calling as I said it, but thank you. If it wasn't for your terribly loud phone, then I might hang with you for a second. But
So it's something people know about.
yeah. Well, you want to know what's crazy, and I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But it almost made me feel bad. And keep in mind, this is like one of the biggest stars of all time. But dude, his social media, and I don't know if it's still this way, but like a year ago, completely overtaken by this. Like.
Oh,
biggest
really?
artist of all time. You go to an Instagram post, every single comment. Where are the bodies, Garth? Where are the bodies? My grandma went to your concert in 1994 and nobody ever saw her again. Where are the bodies? I mean, just totally overtook his social media. So, things stick in this day and age. But now there's a counter conspiracy theory where people think Tom Segura is a serial killer, and he's the one. Because we've talked about it before. There are all these bodies they're finding in the lake in Austin, and they're calling it the Ladybird Killer. They've been pulling bodies out of the water in Austin for years now, a couple years, and people are saying he's a psycho. He actually is the serial killer.
He's from Texas?
He lives in Austin now, yeah.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
And so people are saying he does the Garth thing to take heat off of himself, and he's the real psychopath. So
smart, sleight of hand. Look over here because I'm doing stuff over here.
Yeah, the internet is full of all sorts of things, but for now, I will not believe that my sweet Garth is a serial killer at all. I can't.
It's a fun theory.
It is. It's definitely fun, and
we need one for you.
Yeah.
For like social media where people will just latch onto it like this.
Like me? Like I'm the serial killer?
Well, maybe not serial killer because maybe that's getting tiresome.
Yeah.
But we could.
What could I be? I don't want to be something.
What's a hot topic?
I don't want to be
sex trafficker?
No, I don't want to be a sex trafficker.
Well, a lot of people
No,
talk about.
I don't think you're saying it like it's a good thing. Garth didn't need the run. And if my options are have no run or be known as a sex trafficker.
Well, you're not actually a sex trafficker.
Well, I know, but once people think, you ever hear the phrase perception is reality? As soon as somebody thinks it's true.
Okay.
As soon as somebody thinks I'm a sex trafficker.
We say you're on the Epstein list.
Okay, that also is bad.
Yeah.
That is.
We'll
Can we do anything a little more? What about drug trafficking?
I don't see you as a drug. Well, I don't see you as a sex trafficker. I know. I almost immediately went, wait.
What the hell, dude?
What am I saying about my boy? It's like drugs, no.
Yeah.
Little kitties.
Yeah. What
Come on.
the hell?
That's your wheelhouse.
What about? I need to find the perfect type of crime that makes me look just bad enough, and also brings enough intrigue.
Train robber.
Bank robber.
Like a bank robber.
Yeah, that's almost not naughty enough, though.
Yeah. And then how do you prove it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to workshop
Stick
this.
with the sex trafficker?
Preferably not. One quick call before I dig into a real life honey trap. Senning Show. You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, it's Paul. How you guys doing?
Paul, what's going on? We're doing pretty damn good
Hey,
today.
room. Hey, you guys were talking about pizza. I don't know if you ever tried Joey Brooklyn's downtown.
Oh, yeah.
St.
I've
Pete.
had Joey Brooklyn's a bunch.
Oh, far out. Okay. And Dizzy, when you were called dad, have you been called dad again? And how big of a high was that, bro?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. And like I said, she had given me this little like project she made. And I was looking at it like, oh, this is ugly. And she called me dad. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Man.
Look at this artwork my baby's doing.
Man.
That's awesome, man. And Garth Brooks, I'm 62 years old. He was the man. He is the man.
He is the man. He is the man. Shout out to
Thanks
Garth.
for the show, man.
Thank you.
What if we say luxury cars are getting stolen anytime you're around the town because of the whole vroom vroom angle?
Dude, yeah, like almost like not race cars, but like high powered.
Like Nicolas Cage.
Dude, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Exactly.
Oh.
We found it.
Dude, underrated sleeper epic movie. Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
We had that on. That was one of the first DVDs that we got.
Yes.
And dude, you remember the song from the beginning?
Bring down,
bring down.
I only associate it with that movie now.
Well, you have to.
Yeah. When that comes on, I think little guy by the go-kart thing with his family coming
what
up
a
in
great
the ranks. Yeah.
Oh no, we can't go into Look it up.
Moby.
I know who it is. I just don't know the name of the song.
Oh, it's not.
Look up Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Flower.
Oh, dude, what a bop.
Green Sally
Yep. Green Sally up.
What do you think they're saying?
Bring Sally up, bring Sally down.
That's what I thought. So I looked at the lyrics. Green Sally up.
Green Sally?
Green Sally down.
Is it a weed thing? Green Sally?
It might be. What if we just...
Green Sally down.
Yeah, like, indica, sativa.
Dude, if you can paint me as a Nicolas Cage type, that's boosting cars.
Yeah.
Didn't he have one that he had a name for?
Eleanor. Yeah.
Dude, Gone in 60 Seconds, man. What a great thing to be able to bond over. A great movie.
I'm going to go watch that when I get home.
Also, one of those movies that once you turn it on, you're not turning it off.
You got to finish it.
You're locked in once it's on. Let me throw this out there real quick. Good idea, bad idea. Move over private detectives. Lana Madison is the real-life honey trap, taking cheating boyfriends down one flirty emoji at a time. The influencer, who's 29, whose $150,000 online funded curves, that seems like a diss, now cashes in by helping women catch their cheating boyfriends. So it's about as simple as it sounds. Women, and there's not I don't believe there's a physical element to this. I think she's just doing it in the DM. So women will hit her up and say, hey, I think my man is a scuzzbag. I think he's in the DMs talking to women. Will you test him? She reportedly charges $5,000 to test a boyfriend's loyalty using the man's social media or phone info. And within hours, she's going to be sliding into DMs and sending back the evidence of any flirtation or foul play. Sometimes, she says, all it takes is one selfie and a flirty emoji. I've had guys try to meet up the same night. It's honestly shocking how fast they fold. One woman who messaged Madison for her help later broke down in tears after seeing the screenshots, saying, I knew it. I just needed the proof. This is my take on something such as this. If you get to the point where you have to pay a woman $5,000 to test your man's loyalty, you got to go. The relationship is over. It's done. There's nothing more to see here. Move along. The trust is broken, in my opinion, if you're willing to pay $5,000 to have an Instagram model seduce your man.
I've never seen an episode of Cheaters when they followed the guy and go, oh my God, he's just doing charity work and working with the elderly. Like, he's actually a great guy. You need to lock him down.
There's also, and this is the more cynical angle on it, and it's tough to say this because now the internet is so full of bots and sex chat people.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would venture to think any man who has a social media platform, you are getting messages from accounts that are women that are acting like they're interested in you. So to me, there's a fine line. Like, I know there's tons of dudes out there that are responding to those bots and think that is happening. So it's hard to figure out what a man may or may not think is actually happening in those moments with the bots. But something like this, and again, this isn't an excuse for the man, but it's so far out of the norm that I feel like if you're a normal, couple, you go to work every day, you go out for drinks every couple weekends, whatever. You're just living a normal life where you're not in touch with a lot of Instagram models and living a certain life. How unrealistic is it for the average normal dude to have this woman who is undeniably a smoking hot Instagram model all of a sudden out of nowhere show interest in you? So I mean that twofold. First, if you're a dude, you should be smart enough to know that there's trouble afoot. And secondly, if you're the woman trying to catch the man in the honey trap, you are presenting that man with a completely unrealistic, unnatural thing that would probably never happen in a million years. And I know that might sound like I'm making an excuse for the guy, but you're taking them outside of the norm by having someone like this aggressively approach them.
Yes, you're bending what would happen in actual reality to fit a narrative that you think is going on. But you touched on a great point on like who believes this stuff. I've been on Facebook and same woman you're kind of describing will send me a friend request and it'll be like on September 10th. And then you find out, she made Facebook on September 1st.
Yeah, exactly.
And just found me.
Yeah.
And then even crazier than that, you'll have one or two mutual friends of a guy who's like, definitely looks like, he's a creep. And you're like, of course you followed this thinking this was real.
And that's the thing is, I would think a lot of men who are tuned into the internet would automatically think that this is a bot or it isn't real. But at the same time, you would probably be able to look at this girl's account and go, okay, this chick's been around for a while. She's a real person. She's doing real things. She's created her account years ago. She has thousands of followers and all of that. So maybe that would be more reason to entertain it. But it's also, it's not the same. But let's say that you got, and I'm using the most extreme possibility on earth, but let's say that like you knew your dude was going out to Buffalo Wild Wings with the boys on a Thursday night, and maybe you don't have tons of reason to believe he's cheating, but you just want to find out. And you get Sydney Sweeney. You pay Sydney Sweeney millions of dollars to show up at the Buffalo Wild Wings and aggressively put it on your man and try and seduce him and take him home for the night. That is not a real world interaction. Like, you are taking something that is unrealistic and just unnatural and then trying to judge your man's moral compass on it. If he leaves with her, maybe he's still not a good dude and maybe you don't want to be with him, but you've created something that is not real, and then you're going to judge him completely and your relationship's future on that interaction. That's my
yeah, because even if it's at the very least to throw it in his face, like, I can't believe you flirted with that girl. Be like, have you seen this chick?
Yeah.
You would have flirted with her if she came up and talked to you.
And I don't know, and I don't totally subscribe to what I'm about to say. If I don't know that I subscribe at all necessarily, but I think it was a Chris Rock stand-up where he said men are only as faithful as their options. Where it's one of those situations where, depending on what is going on in a person's life, like these rock stars that are on the road and they've got 15 women knocking down their doors to bang them every night, like that is a different life and a different hill to conquer than a guy who is working at a cubicle all day and goes from home to work and maybe out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, everybody's life is different and everybody has different temptations in this world. And these temptations, to me, feel unrealistic.
Can I just say, kudos to you for nailing the Chris Rock.
Was it right?
I typed it in and it's like, oh, it was popularized by Chris Rock. I'm like, look at John.
Yeah, dude, I loved that special.
Black people.
Yeah, dude,
remember that? Dave Chappelle.
Dude, I do, man. I absolutely do, man. You don't throw on a FUBU jersey without knowing a little bit about black people. It's put it on my headstone, man. I know black people. We're gonna step aside for a second. When we come back, I was holding on to this. Well, actually, let me ask you something real quick.
Yeah.
You guys on JP were talking about Naked and Afraid.
Yes.
What launched that? Just out of curiosity.
Randomly talking about a guy who got a worm caught in his eye.
Okay. I didn't think it was the story that I had, but I have a story that can lead us down some avenues like that as well, about a man who survived in the wilderness, and we want to dig through the possibilities of how long we'd be able to survive in the wilderness. Don't go anywhere. More Senning Show on the way. Still plenty of time to hop up in the 102.5 The Bone chat room. Senning Show is live. We're cresting over 215, which I love to see. Shout out to Britt so much, Ralph, LSD Dreams, Jesse Allen, Trook, Mark. Thank you to everybody who's in there. More Senning Show on the way. I have to say, I'm living a whole new life in the summer months, and that's thanks to my friends at Hawkins Service Co. So I got the variable speed pump put in my pool yesterday, which I just feel like I'm living in the future. I can control my pool's schedule. I can control the pool's lights, everything having to do with the pump right there on an app on my phone. It really is amazing. And also with those variable speed pumps, it's going to help out your power bill as well, because you can crank the power down so you're not running it at full speed all the time. You can get $250 off a variable speed pump right now with Hawkins Service Co. I also, man, it's been pretty great to experience air conditioning the way that it was meant to be. Turns out I had a bad part in my air conditioner, and I got the back to school AC tune-up. They found out what was going on. Now, when I get home, it's crisp, it's cool, it feels amazing. They really do handle it all, from plumbing, HVAC, pool repair, and electrical. Anything you need, they've got it. They got tons of specials going on all the time. If you're not taking advantage of any of them, just know you'll get 10% off for letting them know you heard about Hawkins from Senning Show. So go right now. Give them a call, 813-445-8209, and always online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
If you ever find yourself inside the emergency room, surrounded by these sounds, by these voices, by these machines, may you find our team of expert emergency caregivers at your side.
You're gonna be okay. Just grab my hand.
This is the power of the human spirit. Advent Health ER, 24/7 access to convenient emergency care. Go to theerexperts.com for locations near you. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hello there, my afternoon chillers. It is I, the king of chill, John Senning. And let me tell you about a night that's taking Tampa Bay by storm. Trivia night under the Tiki at Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. If you think you got the brains to back it up, Thursday is the night and the Cava Social Club is the spot. Hosting is the one and only Ryan C., who curates the ultimate trivia experience from pop culture to music, movies, history, and so much more. He brings the perfect mix that keeps teams coming back every single week. The competition is friendly, but don't let that fool you. Things can get intense. The variety of prizes is impressive, and these teams come to win. If you think you got what it takes to take down the other teams, or maybe you're new in town and looking to join a crew, either way, Cava Social Club has you covered. It's the perfect place to test your knowledge, make new friends, and enjoy some of the freshest Cava and Kratom teas while you play. Gather your team or come solo. Make sure you check out the Cava Social Club online at thecavasocialclub.com and on all their social medias at Cava Social Club. Boola, baby.
Summer is still here, and so are those hot summer deals. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 0% APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
At the Original Mattress Factory, you'll often hear us say we can't fit our quality in a box. Our customers feel the same way. Here's what an actual OMF customer had to say.
I recently purchased a bed-in-a-box mattress and returned it a month later. I replaced it with a bed from the Original Mattress Factory, and I am beyond thrilled. Don't bother with any of the online mattress brands. Go to OMF and you'll be in great hands. My only regret is not going there sooner.
Come see our quality firsthand at the Original Mattress Factory.
Breathe easier with Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. Trust Zero Res to get your ducts insanely clean. Mention my name, Galvin, to get $50 off your next cleaning. Use promo code AIR50 when scheduling online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Rascal Flats. Life is a Highway Tour 2026. Friday, February 13th, Amalie Arena.
I like the sound of that.
Country music's greatest vocal group, Rascal Flats. Back on the road. With special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane. Tickets on sale Friday, August 15th, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Rascal Flats Live.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. Springfield Armory has created one of the hottest guns on the market right now with the Kuna. The all-new Kuna is a PDW built to deliver exceptional performance in a portable package. Mark your calendar now for this Saturday's Kuna party at Shark Coast Tactical. And Vortex Optics will be joining the party with the crew from Springfield Armory, so you can hear it straight from the factory reps. Vortex Optics are the top-of-the-line option for rifle scopes, red dots, binoculars, rangefinders, and more. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers Weight Loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/radio. forhers.com/radio.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money Americans in 2025 are now spending on gas in a year, even with lower gas prices. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just for buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SPORTS to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SPORTS for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with the mattress that can help. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You could win 2 tickets to the All-Star Jam with Kane Brown, John Party, Brett Young, and more in concert Sunday, August 17th at Edition Financial Arena in Orlando. Just visit theboneonline.com to enter for your shot at scoring 2 tickets to see Kane Brown in concert.
We put in time, energy, and resources because your case is worth it. Farrah and Farrah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
All right. Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. We got a fun 3 o'clock hour. I'm a Monster Jam boy. I love watching monster trucks, and Monster Jam is coming to town. We'll be talking to Brianna. I just can't help but feel like I'm saying her last name wrong. Mahan. Some version of that. She'll tell us the absolute truth. Coming up, Drew Garabo is going to join us as well. She is driving a brand new truck that is a bit of a collab with Ringling Brothers. So the Feld, the Monster Jam, and the circus community coming together for a new truck, and we'll be chatting with her coming up here in just a little bit. Real quick, I got to let you know about my friends at Wild Fork. If you are maybe someone who's been eating a lot of protein, maybe you consider yourself keto or carnivore, I can't think of anywhere better on planet Earth that you should be shopping. With over 450 options on protein, whether it's something kind of bougie like different cuts of Wagyu steaks, you want to get some Iberico pork, tons of seafood, they've got it all. Even wild game like elk, bison, yak, and venison. You need the seasonings, the sides, the desserts even, they've got it all. You can order online, pick it up, or get it delivered to your home, or just get into your local Wild Fork. Locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Petersburg. Always online at wildforkfoods.com. Yeah, the thing about these new, I'd love to hear what the songs that I'm playing sound like in another set of headphones, because the headphones that I got that Monica turned me on to, my biggest issue when I play a song, I can like barely hear it. Like I've got this almost all the way up, and it sounds like it's barely coming through my headphones.
I gotta hear it in the break.
It's loud for you. Like it sounds loud or just loud enough.
Like
the song that's playing underneath us.
Just loud enough.
Okay. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought, though. I am a sucker for a survival story. I love survivor-type shows. I'm very big right now on the show Alone, which if you're not watching it, is wild. I think truly, like you guys were talking about Naked and Afraid, I think Alone is the evolution of all survival shows that ever existed because these are people that can survive on another level, and they do get to take, I think, 30 items. They get to pick 30 items. But here's the thing. They are truly alone. Every other show, I don't know of a certain show, but every other show, there are camera crews. There are people there. There are people recording it. The people that go on Alone, they have to go through rigorous training to start to be their own camera crew. They take care of themselves. They are 100% alone in some of the craziest parts of the world. And this new season is the most insane because they're in Africa. A lot of times it's been like up in Vancouver Island, in Canada and very woodsy type areas where you have grizzly bears and other things. This season is in Africa, and they're dealing with all sorts of baboons. They're dealing with those big Cape buffaloes, like the one that just killed that guy. They're dealing with rhinos, jungle cats, and everything in between.
What season is this?
We're deep into it. I couldn't tell you a number because we're deep into it.
I never heard of this show at all.
It is one of the best shows on TV, and the way that they do it is it's just very well done. The way that they tell the whole story, and I think they usually start off with 12, and it is a last man standing deal, $500,000 to the last person, and they do this really cool thing where at the end, whoever wins, because I think they come and do like wellness checks on these people every now and again. So they think it's just like when you've won, you don't know that you won.
Oh.
So they come and they're like, hey, we're just doing a check-in with you. And the doctors will be standing there with them. And then out of nowhere, their spouse, like their husband or wife or kids or whoever they had requested will like pop out of the woods. And that's when they know that they won. And these people are legit dying by the end of it. Like they are shells of themselves. People get terribly sick. I mean, it is you realize when you watch it that the other survival shows are not really on that level.
It's pussified compared to this, it sounds like.
Yeah, this is the realest of real deals, I think.
You get to bring weapons?
Yes, like you can do that. So some people, you get your choice. You can't bring guns, but people bring bows. A lot of people bring and that's the thing. They're killing, I think in the first couple episodes of this one, a woman killed a big ass wild boar with a bow. People have killed moose in the past. They've killed tons of big game that then they have to single-handedly by themselves process, and usually they build smokers and smoke it all to do all that.
And you have to outlast other players. So, like, if you're done in a week, I win, but you can go on a month, and I have to play for a whole month to win?
Well, so there's 12 people. Once the last person is done, I think shortly after that, they go to the winner and tell them that they're done.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if we're in the final two, and we're on...
You don't know.
So it could be anywhere from a week to a month.
No. I think, yes, it could be, but I think these go like 90 to 100 days normally.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes even a little bit more than that. I don't know the most days of any season ever. But this guy found himself in an episode of Alone when he didn't want to be. A man miraculously survived 9 days in the Canadian wilderness, living off of dirty pond water before he was finally found. Because of the good old-fashioned giant help that he carved into a rock. Andrew Barber, he's 39, was found on Friday when a helicopter spotted the sign, as well as an SOS that he had made with some brush on the ground more than a week into the search, sparked by his truck breaking down in a remote part of British Columbia's vast Caribou region. The trained survivalist, who ironically has "I'm still here" tattooed on his arm, was found sheltering under a makeshift mud lean-to that he made next to the signs. He had some injuries. He was severely dehydrated, and they found him just at the right time before he took a turn for the worst. He was having a hard time standing, and according to the officials, they say we don't know if he would have made it another 24 hours if we hadn't recovered him. It's not clear why he was in that region. It's a pretty rough go. He got out there and went missing on July 31st. Luckily, he was able to survive without supplies of food
or clean water. That's the thing about where they are on this season of Alone. The water is disgusting. Like some of these places, it's pristine water in these lakes in the mountains of Canada, and they still boil it, but it's probably fine. Like this water in Africa, it's mud, it's dirt, it's nasty, and they've been boiling. A handful of people went home. Maybe the most of any other season immediately because the water just made them sick.
Like parasites and stuff.
Even after they boiled it, people were getting sick as hell.
Yeah, I wonder how good you have to be at knowing. Like, I know it's the exact temperature, but like, how do you know it's still good? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think you do.
Like, oh.
I don't think that you really do know. I think you can do everything that you think you need to do to keep yourself alive. But I also don't know that you'll ever be certain. I don't think you can bring test kits. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what it would take, would be a little testing kit to find out if the water is actually good enough to drink.
I definitely couldn't make it on one of those things, not just for the simple fact of I don't know when it's good to drink water, but like I just don't have it in me to be like, yeah, I'm good with sleeping at night in this forest with all these creatures I could hear out there.
The thing is that for a lot of these people, like the most badass survivalist ever, it still comes down to being alone, truly alone. Like, I think that is an underrated element and why it's such a big part of that show compared to the other ones where they're surviving, but there's an entire television crew right there 5 feet away from them. So what that means, I'm not really sure. But I think for a lot of people, it is the being alone. It is the mental anguish of being stuck with your own thoughts and having nobody that takes a lot of these people out. So
that, and then like for me, it'll be just one change in the weather. I came out here for a dry run, and it started to rain the first day out. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Call that chopper back.
Senning Show, you're live on the air. Hello, are you there? This sounds like it might be a butt dial. Thank you. Wait, did they just figure out that they're on the air? He said that's you.
What's the setting? It's either that or water, but I doubt it's water.
Sounds like it's water. 800-771-1025. It is I think it's very easy to have a false sense of how well you'd be able to survive. Like I believe in my heart that I could make it. I think like I could make it 10 days.
With what on you?
I think if I had something like a lot of these guys bring like the flint rock to start fire. Like I don't think I could start fire with just wood. But if I had the little flint rock, I think I'd be able to start a fire. So that means I would be good on water, which you can live a lot longer than you think you can with no food. Yeah. And I got a little fluffing on me enough to feed me for 9 to 10 days. So if I've got water and I've got a little bit of a fire, and then if I did have a bow, something I could try to shoot some birds with. But you're
gonna shoot a bird with all the caca already?
Well, I mean, I'm a caca guy at the end of the day, but I'm also a stay alive guy. And I also like to live. So I think that either I could make it 10 days starving myself to death and just living off of water and hope that I can find some tree bark to eat or something like that, and enough to just be alive. As long as I don't get eaten by an animal.
Where does your knowledge end? Like you said, all right, well, I could get birds. So you shoot a bird. You would know how to cook it. You just put it under the fire for as long as you think it's crispy. And then just start eating it.
I mean, yeah, you've roughly got it. I mean, that's about it. I think I could dress a bird.
Yeah.
I think I could rip its feathers off and then cut it down the middle and take all the guts out and then just.
You don't have that in you,
dude. You're surviving. Like I don't have it in me today.
You're doing that. So you mean like if you were just dropped off in the wilderness, you would figure this out? Not if you were on this show. I'm saying if you were on the show, you would not do this. If you were John Senning, lost somewhere, I can see you. Okay. You see the difference I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but if I've committed to the show, then I'm on the show.
Yeah, but it's
still this. Oh, I guess that is true. I could tap. You are, or I am not tapping into the bitch boy element here. Yeah. Which you go, you know what? I think I really want to go home.
On the way to the taping, you stopped and got a McDonald's breakfast, and then the next day you think you're feathering birds and eating it, just off cooked.
Again, this is I think I could. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna stand by that. I think I could make it 10 days. And again, that may be me not eating any. That may be me not eating at all. That may be living off water for 9 days.
You said that. Okay, so you could drink the water. What if it's in a place like Africa where the water is not?
Well, I mean, all you can do is boil it. I mean, all you can do is boil the hell out of it and hope you don't die.
And you think you would take the chance and drink that?
I think so. Well, it's tough to think about it because I'm saying I can only last 10 days because then like I'm no longer in it for the money. I'm no longer in it for the $500,000. I've already given up the fact that I'm going to get the money. So, yeah, I could drink the water. I could give it a chance. What's the worst thing that happens? I get some sort of rare rare disease, and some of those people do. Like I don't know that anybody has died, but they send some of these people out of there, and they're not well. Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Yeah, they send them out with only 10 items. That includes the fire stick, the sleeping bag, a tent, just 10 items to go out there and just like.
Is it only 10? Because some stuff must count not against it because like they go out there in full clothing. So I guess your clothing, if it's only 10.
Clothing is one thing, yes. Clothing, they give them the clothing to wear, but 10 items is all it is.
Oh, it is only 10 items. So, I mean, they'll pick between their flints, their fire starter. Thank you. I did not know that.
What are your 10 items?
Fire starter.
Okay. So like flint?
Yeah, flint.
Or a lighter. Can you just use
No, you can't do a lighter. You can't do a lighter. So I do a fire starter.
Okay.
I do probably some sort of tarp, like a big tarp.
A tarp? Okay.
Yeah, tarp type thing. A sleeping bag. I don't know if that I think that has to be in there. Some sort of bow and arrow or a slingshot that I could kill birds with.
Okay, you're at 4.
A spatula. No. I'd have to look at it's also
like a pot you'd want to
It's also 10 things from their list.
Yeah.
So I'd have to look at the
fishing pole. You bring a fishing pole, right?
Fishing, yeah. That's the other thing too. I have been remiss by not mentioning fishing.
Yes.
I could totally fish.
Yeah. That would be a lot easier. Finding one, cooking it, doing all that. Okay. I'm believing a little more.
You're starting to have a little more faith in my ability to survive.
I think just all the gross stuff. You were a kid who used to play and poop.
Yeah, I can be
back
rustic.
to the roots.
I can be rustic. I can be dirty. I can live without if I need to. Do not go anywhere. We've got a action-packed edition of John's Joints coming up next. A little bit different than what we normally do. Drew Garabo will be joining us, but we're going to be welcoming in a Monster Jam driver. If you didn't know, Monster Jam is in town this weekend at the brand newly named Benchmark International Arena, formerly known as Amalie, all weekend long. Brianna Mahone, she is the driver of Bailey Circuit, will be in the studio with us next. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. More Senning Show on the way. Are you tired of that electric bill increasing? Did you know that Duke and Tico have already raised their rates substantially this year? Well, you can save big money by going solar with Solar Bear, and you need to act fast because that solar tax credit that's been helping people out is going to go away. So do not leave the savings on the table. You know, we've got storms out in the Atlantic right now. Storms are going to come, may not be this year, might be next year. When the power goes out, you want to be covered. And if you go solar with Solar Bear, you get the backup batteries. You'll be good to go with no stress and nothing to worry about. And if you sign up right now, your first 12 months are completely free. That is right, no payments for 12 months. Give them a call today for a free estimate or check them out online at solarbear.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, the NASCAR Cup Series returns to Richmond Raceway with 2 races remaining in the regular season. It's the Cookout 400.
Race days Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay, right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram, #1 in the country.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Summer is still here, and so are those hot summer deals. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 0% APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Rascal Flatts, Life is a Highway Tour 2026. Friday, February 13th, Amalie Arena.
I like the sound of that.
Country music's greatest vocal group, Rascal Flatts.
I like the sound of
back on the road. With special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane. Tickets on sale Friday, August 15th, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Rascal Flatts Live.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
This year, fuel prices have been a bit of a roller coaster. Here in Tampa, drivers finally have some relief at the pump, but prices are likely to go up by the end of the summer. Well, you know what can make your ride smoother? The Upside app. With Upside, you can earn cash back on every fill-up, which means there's money to be earned even when gas prices are low. Upside earns you up to 25 cents per gallon at hundreds of nearby locations, like Circle K, Racetrack, and Shell. Download the app and see why millions of Upside users have racked up almost $1 billion in cash back earned. For a limited time, get a 25 cent per gallon bonus on your first purchase with promo code TAMPA04. That's promo code TAMPA04 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your next fill-up. With Upside, you can roll up to a nearby gas station and coast straight to cashback earnings. Don't forget to use promo code TAMPA04. Upside. Cashback smarter. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. We got a full house in here. I always like it when there's a bunch of people. I have to hit all the buttons, turn all the mics on. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Drew Garabo joins us in the 3 o'clock hour every single day for John's Joints. And today, we got a real special treat for you. I feel like Tampa is kind of a mecca for Monster Jam. I don't know if that's true, but people love their Monster Jam in Tampa Bay, whether it's at Raymond James or where it will be this weekend. And just remember, it's the Benchmark International Arena. And we are joined by the driver of what I believe is a fairly new truck, Bailey Circuit. Brianna Mahone is in the studio with us right now. Brianna, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great. And you're right. This truck is brand new as of a couple weeks ago. We just debuted it in Raleigh.
Oh, wow. So will this be like the second time that it's out in front of people?
This will be, I think we're on this might be week 4 at this point. We're a couple weeks in at this point in it, and it's been a huge hit.
So what is the? So I understand there's a connection between the Ringling Brothers, the circus, and it's all kind of one big happy family. Explain to us Bailey Circuit and this union between Ringling and Monster Jam.
Yeah, this is a one-of-a-kind collaboration between Monster Jam and the greatest show on earth, Ringling, and their fan favorite robotic pup Bailey is the star of the show, and she wanted her very own Monster Jam truck. So we're bringing the two entities together and just trying to hit a whole new generation of fans and get people interested in not only Monster Jam, but also Ringling as well.
You can get tickets to Monster Jam at monsterjam.com. There are shows Friday night, Saturday during the day, Saturday at night, and Sunday at noon as well. And make sure if you go, you've got to do the pit parties, which are for the night races and the night shows, where you can get down there, meet the drivers. Again, everything at monsterjam.com. Is there going to be beef between Bailey Circuit and the Monster Mutt community? Because there are dog trucks already. Did they have a problem when they found out there was a new robot dog coming to the circuit?
I actually came from the dog pound. I came from Scooby-Doo, and we have moved on over here to Bailey Circuit, and honestly, everyone's loving it. It is such a fun truck, neon vibes, and she's got this awesome puffball for a tail and fur, and I'm here for the neon cowgirl all the way. But it's really cool to see new trucks debut. I have had the honor to debut another new truck I designed called Whiplash, and so to bring a whole new brand to Monster Jam yet again within my career, it's such an honor.
Yeah, and it's always so interesting. We've talked to drivers over the years, a non-traditional path in life to be a Monster Jam driver, and it's becoming more prevalent that we see lady drivers now, but at this point, still a unique path. How old were you? What was the situation where you figured out, I'm gonna drive Monster Jams as my career and for my life?
My path was a little different. I grew up racing motocross and went professional in that, and then I gave dirt track a little bit of a try when that career ended, and Monster Jam presented itself to me in 2013, and it was kind of a dream I never knew I had. I didn't follow Monster Jam when I was a child. It was dirt bikes all the way, and so to come into the sport kind of as a complete rookie and a newbie, I fell in love, and I knew that this was the path I was supposed to be on, the platform I was given to just show women around the world, because I've gotten to travel to so many countries that women can do this. Women can compete in male-dominated sports, win the same trophies, and also I'm a mom, so moms can do really cool things too.
You love to see it, and I've been to Monster Jam so many times, and to see the way that kids light up, and I think that's the many great things about Monster Jam. Watching trucks fly through the air is awesome, but being out at those pit parties where people can really meet the drivers and those young girls, it feels like the young girls are really gravitating to it, especially the female drivers, and for them to be able to see, this is a thing that a girl can do, I would imagine is a pretty sweet feeling.
Oh, absolutely. And just to be that positive role model, and a lot of our females come because dad comes, brother comes, or their boyfriend wants to go, and then they fall in love and they are fans for life, and then they're coming back year after year to support us, and they want to be drivers someday. And like you said, that pit party, we're the only motorsport that offers this up close and personal experience where you get to come down on the track in the dirt, see the trucks, take pictures, meet us, get autographs, and we just get to chat, and I get to hear about everyone's goals and life stories, and I just love that.
Brianna, hi, Drew here. Did you have a moment either in motocross or Monster Jam? I'm sure you've had injuries and crashes and whatnot. Right before that happened, especially in motocross, was there a moment when you were like, holy blank, this is about to get real bad real fast?
Yes, I've had a lot of injuries in motocross, a lot of broken bones. They always say with age comes a cage. And so here we are. I'm in my mid-30s, and, the cage has been great for me, protected me. Thankfully, Monster Jam is by far one of the safest motorsports. We take safety very, very seriously.
Sure.
And, there's definitely been a few of those moments. The most recent was really cool. It kind of went viral. I did 2.5 backflips. Landed it in an arena.
Whoa.
Never been done before.
Whoa. 2.5.
History made not only for Monster Jam, but for a female at that. And definitely mid that happening, it was and I sat there and in the video you can see me in the truck. I was losing it. My hands are flying because I didn't know what the heck just happened, but it was the coolest thing I've ever done. And then I got to set the truck down and keep going.
So you said half. So did that half leave you on the roof?
I was on the tailgate.
Okay.
So I was staring at the roof of the building and was just completely in awe at what had just happened. My crew guys screaming at me, fire the truck up and go. Keep going. You just did that.
That is that's so cool. We have Brianna Mahone in studio with us. She is the driver for the Bailey Circuit Monster Jam truck. They're going to be at the place that up until a couple days ago was called Amalie Arena, the Benchmark International Arena, all weekend. Friday, show at 6. On Saturday, there are 2 shows at noon and 6. And Sunday, a show at noon as well. And I think I might have misspoke. The pit parties are earlier in the day on Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 to noon. You can get all those tickets at monsterjam.com. I'm always so intrigued with the difference in the way you have to approach these shows at the smaller arenas. A lot of people, get to go to the bigger ones because there's more people there. You can really probably open it up and let it fly in a stadium. Compared to this, a little more meticulous, a little more skill. Do you have a preference? Do you like the 2-wheel challenges and the other things that you do in the smaller arenas compared to the stadiums?
I mean, I've got to live out both stadium and arena careers within my decade of being with Monster Jam. I've done, Raymond James Stadium. I actually got to crush an airplane there 10 years ago.
Whoa.
That was really cool because it's never happened since.
I was going to say, I don't think I've
had
seen
that one. But, they both have their excitement factors, and what we can do in these arena settings are so technical, and everything is obviously way more up close and personal, but to be able to do the stunts that we do is absolutely insane. And people think we do lots of training, and we're actually kind of just out here winging it sometimes. I mean, we do obviously go to Monster Jam University to hone in our skills, but the stadiums, everyone's out there just to see who can get the biggest air, have the biggest crashes, and tear up the most stuff at the end of the day while still being technical. But I really love them both in their own ways.
So I'm not trying to stir up drama, I promise.
When he says that, it means he's trying to stir up drama.
No, I think I may have asked a question like this before. So I think we had Kayla Blood in last time, and there are so many great female drivers with Kristen Anderson and all that. Is it more of a competitive feel amongst the ladies in Monster Jam, or is there a sisterhood where you're all helping each other out? Please tell us the truth.
I mean, it's definitely both, honestly. Yeah. We're athletes, we're competitors. We are out here fighting for these trophies, and we want to be the best. We want to be the best female, the best driver in general. But we all definitely come together with our sisterhood because we are such a small minority within this male-dominated motorsport. And so, there's definitely no drama between us women, I could ever say. But, we're definitely out here competing. And you always have your, if you lose or you win, you have your feelings. But we're definitely out here supporting each other at the end of the day.
Man, I was looking at the list of competitors that will be there. Every time I turn around, there's a new Anderson. I feel like I've tracked down all of the Dennis's children and offspring, but I see Weston Anderson will be driving Gravedigger this weekend, and that all goes down at the arena formerly known as Amalie, Benchmark International Arena. Bunch of shows. Check out monsterjam.com to make sure that you get your tickets.
Brianna, the Monster Jam University you mentioned, they clearly do an exceptional job at media training because every single driver that comes in here, not just proficient on the track, but really, really good at saying the right things in the right way. What was that like for you? And was it, I imagine a lot of the drivers, that's probably the most unfamiliar and maybe even a little scary for them.
I mean, obviously with motocross, I didn't have to do anything media related. And so coming into this, it was a shock. And, 10, 11 years ago, it was so different. We actually were flown down here to IMG Academy and even did physical training, but also we did a ton of media training. And I remember I was so out of my element because I was just faking it till I made it at that point. But to go to Monster Jam University and have them bring in these media specialists to teach us how to talk and what to say, it truly did help shape my career, because I feel so confident in these situations now where, my rookie year, I was so nervous and you don't want to mess up. But honestly, it's crazy to see how it's evolved over the years and how all of us have truly just grown as drivers, but also as, speakers and represent, Monster Jam.
It's a great answer.
And it really is. Everybody that always comes through is great. To go more to the truck part of the university, is Tom Mentz like the guy? Is he is the Max D driver? I've heard him called the professor. Was that somebody that you worked with? And I would imagine those early days are a little bit daunting. Your first few times in the truck. Now, is there any? When you're going for your first biggest air, is there something they put in place as a bit of a safety net, or is it just rip off into the air for your first time and hope that you land in a way that's not bad for the truck and everybody?
I mean, I have pictures from when I was training, and some of the air was absolutely just crazy stupid. Tom had a lot of faith in me and was like, hey, hit these metal ramps, or hey, just hit this wide open. And, yes, there's obviously safety put in place with our RII radios, which is basically a radio in which they can shut the truck off at any given point for our safety, for spectator safety. So that's obviously in place, plus all of our safety equipment and the barriers around us. But, thankfully, we're very safe out at MJU. We are in a wide open field, and we really just get to, have fun.
Do you ever have to shut it off for you? Do you ever have to hit the kill switch while you're on a run?
They don't call me the Princess of Carnage for anything.
I have to say, as somebody who spends an embarrassing amount of time playing the Monster Jam video game for Xbox One, I'm pretty proficient at the Monster Jam University. I've hit the jumps. I know what it's like, and I agree.
You're saying you two are pretty much the same.
I'm pretty much saying I agree. You really can let it rip wide open.
I taught you on that game.
Yeah.
Whiplash was my truck that I designed and debuted. So the Whiplash truck on there, who teaches you how to drive.
How does that process work when you say you designed, like not to pull back the curtain too much, but do most drivers on that side have a hand in developing these trucks and what they're going to be, or was that a unique thing for you?
That was very, very unique. They loved my Western style and kind of my background, and they were like, hey, let's try to hit a new market. And they brought me in and gave me a couple of presentations of ideas they've come up with, names, and kind of let me go through and just say, I like this, I don't like this, let's do this, I want this truck body. And I really got to shape the whole truck to what I wanted. And then also I got to help them with merchandise too. I had my own merchandise stand, and we had Mommy and Me matching shirts and purses, and we had literally everything that Monster Jam has never seen before for the females, and it was really cool. It was a really awesome experience, and I'm so honored to say that I got to be a part of that.
And that's what started the beef with all the other lady drivers, right?
Yeah, that's why they hate her.
Just joking. I'm completely joking. We have Brianna Mahone in studio with us. She is the driver for Bailey's Circuit. It's a big weekend for Monster Jam in Tampa Bay. It used to be called Amalie, but now it's Benchmark, an international arena. You got to get used to it. Friday night, Saturday, a matinee and a night, and Sunday at noon. Make sure you get passes to the pit party as well, where you get to meet the drivers, see the trucks up close, all at monsterjam.com. Now, we were talking off air, your official location of where you're from says Illinois, but is the Tampa Bay, Sarasota, whatever we call this whole area proper, is this kind of more home to you than Illinois?
Yeah, this is my current residence. I live locally, so I'm excited. Like I said, I've never got to do this venue, and I did Raymond James 10 years ago. So it's been a long time since I've been local, and I am really excited to come out and see some familiar faces and just honestly have a ball. I mean, we're located right here in Florida, and Bailey Circuit is huge right now, and I'm pumped to see how the fans react.
You get a laundry list of family and friends and people that you know that are looking to get you to hook them up with tickets and everything else?
Oh, always. But that's what's awesome about Monster Jam. We're so family friendly, and everyone wants to come, and it's so popular. So like you said, make sure to get your tickets, your pit party passes, and if you can't, we do still offer a VIP experience for after the event. Ooh. So if you come to the evening event and you still want to meet and greet us, there's a VIP experience that's also available. I
do see that. The post-event driver meet and greet. If you go to monsterjam.com, click on the Tampa show, you'll see all of your options to be able to do the pit passes and the show that you want and the meet and greets. And there's even some stuff coming up where the trucks will be out and about in Tampa Bay over the next couple days. So always out and about and very visible. There was I don't want to call it a controversy, but we have some notes that Monster Jam sends us about you ahead of time. and it references your favorite movie. And we brought it up right before we came back on the air, and Drew was,
I refuse to believe
I don't
it.
want to say that he was guffawing, but he was guffawing at the fact that that Little Rascals is your favorite movie of all time.
I'm a Little Rascals Sandlot girl. I mean, I didn't watch a ton of movies growing up. I was always literally racing or training and traveling in a motorhome. We didn't have Wi-Fi, and I mean, I had DVDs and an old school DVD player, so there wasn't a lot of options for me back then, but I'm definitely stick true to my roots with that one.
I've been seeing this meme going around about kids from, I don't know exactly how old you are, but I imagine from the 90s era-ish, who just found their favorite movies because it happened to be the VHS that they had in their home. And I know that we were a Little Rascals VHS home. We were a Free Willy, Angels in the Outfield. Like, there are a handful of movies that I know I loved because they were the only movies that we owned.
You were indoctrinated.
I was indoctrinated. But that being said, Little Rascals, and the thing was, it was it just wasn't for you at the time.
No.
It wasn't have been for Xander, and you wouldn't have on your own free will went and watched it. You had to be Little Rascal era.
No, not a fan.
Hell
of Little
no.
Rascals.
Not a fan of the.
I know, blasphemous, isn't it?
There is let me cut you off a little bit of alfalfa in the in the movie.
You are so beautiful.
We
lip
sing this
syncing.
on the radio in the truck. I'm not even gonna lie. Me
It's
and my crew chief sing to each other.
It's a kids movie, Drew.
Yeah, it's great.
Darla and Alfalfa.
Oh, sure,
How can you not
Spanky,
love that?
Buckwheat. Yeah, I know the Little Rascals.
Reba McEntire is in.
Wait, hold on.
is
I might
in
be able to turn around now.
AJ Ferguson. So yeah, there are videos of my wife and her sister reenacting all of the scenes from Little Rascals when they were young. It was dude, the Little Rascals hit with a certain era. They
I
really
remember
did.
lining up for World Finals one year, and I need silly stuff like that to keep me calm and not nervous. And my crew chief and I was literally singing him that as I'm lining up to the tree for racing as it's dropping to green at World Finals, and I'm singing Little Rascals on the radio right before I floor it. So, you know,
whatever it takes,
Yeah,
whatever it
works.
takes in those moments to hype you up. So break down what people can expect from Monster Jam at the arena show, because the layout's a little bit different than what you might experience at the other shows. So what are the categories, and what will everybody see this weekend?
Yeah, you're going
at
to
the arena?
see us racing. We're going to do two-wheel skills, which is where anything on two wheels goes. The stunts that we can do on two wheels in these 12,000-pound trucks is absolutely insane. And like you said, we have Weston Anderson here, who is just the king of two-wheel skills. You never know what you're going to get with him. And then we have freestyle. And that's where my time to shine is, with the Princess of Carnage style of driving I have. But we also have FMX freestyle motocross during intermission.
Oh, that's fun.
There's all sorts of fun things that are going to be happening there.
You ever get tempted to hop on one of those motocross bikes and just, you do, don't you?
Yeah. Every time I'm like, let me just take it into the arena for you, just I miss it so much.
Those things are wild. I mean,
Yeah.
same feeling you get when you see a monster truck, shoot into the air, doing big air. You go, how is this possible? What is life? Same thing with those freestyle motocross guys that are way the hell up there, jumping off the bike, holding onto the bike with one hand.
They're crazy.
So that is that's a lifestyle that seems very, very scary.
On your bio, I was reading that you like traveling the world. You bring your pillow with you. The thing that you like the least is the thing that I think John and I would like the most, and that is, you said you don't like the different foods in different countries.
Oh, God.
Like, I know, right?
I am a Midwest girl. I like my meat and taters. I don't want a bunch of fancy stuff. I don't need anything spicier than barbecue sauce. Like, I am plain Jane when it comes to eating. So the different foods were very rough for me. Let's put it
So
that way.
where is it has nothing to do with the people, it has nothing to do with the state, it has nothing to do, but what is your nightmare city when it comes to going and having to figure out
My
what you're
media
gonna
training
eat?
won't allow me to
my
answer that, John.
gosh.
Yeah.
I've been to so many countries. Honestly, probably when we were in Asia, I was scared to eat much. That's not my food type. Europe wasn't too bad. You could find a pizza, a glass of wine. Man, I've been everywhere. Singapore was okay, but a lot of the guys are very adventurous, and so they would take
Yeah.
us to these places that I was like, okay, well, it looks like I'm eating French fries.
Yeah.
So
You don't eat a live eel.
nope, I am not. And being here in Florida, I don't really eat seafood. So
What the heck?
there
There is a phenomenon, and I feel like it's more so from people from and I'm assuming we're all in the same general time frame of an era, that are like chicken nugget kids almost, where it's just, I have multiple friends that if it's not chicken nuggets or cheeseburgers, like they're not super interested.
You know, like I said, I grew up in the Midwest, so we had, catfish out of the lake, and you can't get rid of the fishy taste.
No, the catfish out of the lake.
I will
get
eat
that.
seafood if it's not fishy.
That's fair enough. Just because I feel like I already know what your answer is going to be, you have the pick of a baked potato or mac and cheese. What's it going to be?
They're both good, but honestly, I love a good mac and cheese.
Oh,
I love a good mac and cheese.
I feel like I set you up because you said meat
did.
taters.
I love potatoes,
thought-
but if it's between the two, it's got to be a good mac and cheese.
I thought I had a ringer for a potato.
Midwest,
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Potato mate, but it turns out not the
She's a wild card, John.
Not the case at all. Go get your tickets right now. It's going to be a great weekend at Benchmark International Arena. That's the arena that you know about that's on Channelside Drive in Tampa. Used to be called something else up until yesterday. They've got a bunch of shows from Friday afternoon, Saturday early, Saturday late, and Sunday nice in the morning, which would be a great little matinee show to do. You can also get the pit party passes, the driver meet and greets. All of it is available at monsterjam.com. And make sure that when you get in there that you're rooting for our new friend, Brianna Mahone, in the Bailey Circuit truck, which is a combination collab with, is it no longer Ringling Brothers?
It's Ringling Brothers.
Oh, it is?
Barn and
Okay.
Bailey. And you want to, when you get there too, if you want the merchandise, because it's so adorable, you need to get it as soon as you get there. It has been selling out instantly, and you can't really find it in stores. So if you want the truck, the stuffies, the shirts, get it the minute you walk in that door.
That is a pro tip for Monster Jam. It's been the last few times I've taken my nephew, like he always wants the merch, and you need to get it. The pro tip is get it right when you arrive.
Absolutely.
Well, good luck this weekend. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit.
Our new favorite driver.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
One thing I'd like to ask. Now, me and John are big in the vroom vroom community, as we like to call it. That's anything, any form of racing, which you have done and are still doing. Can you hit us with a vroom vroom before you go?
Please.
Vroom vroom.
Media training.
Yes.
Killed it.
You love to hear it. Brianna, thank you so much. Make sure, so what is the thing that people will be holding up in the air for you? Is it like a little stuffed dog thing? Like
They
what is
do- They have the cutest little stuffed dog. They've got the monster truck toy. The t-shirts are awesome. I mean, honestly, I love a good poster. People don't make posters anymore.
Dude,
Make me a poster.
Dude,
I would love a
posters-
poster.
Oh, Princess of Carnage poster?
Dude, that's good. That's really, really good. Make your plans to be at Monster Jam this weekend, and don't go anywhere. We've got John's Joints coming up next. We'll fire up some news of the day and a bunch more. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Eastbound and westbound Bush Boulevard and Hillsborough still dealing with that crash at North Boulevard. Westbound traffic back now to 275. Eastbound almost to Armenia. About a 10-minute delay both directions. North of that, North Hillsborough, Dale Mabry has a crash northbound at Van Dyke back to Little Road. Roadwork delays will slow you down eastbound and westbound I-4 between the Selman Connector and Dr. King. 75 north and south delayed. Looks like construction zone there around 301. And the Howard Franklin Bridge northbound headed toward Tampa. Incident blocking the left shoulder. Road ranger directing traffic. This is Eric in the Farah Farah Traffic Center.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A Tampa Bay and your local Ford dealers. Save up to $10 on tickets with a savings coupon from participating Ford dealerships. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Emily Arena this weekend. Lock in your seats today.
Now this is how you end a summer. Under the lights, surrounded by history. The driver's last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. NASCAR Weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 22nd and 23rd. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Now is the time to check your homeowner's insurance and ensure that you're covered before the next storm hits. Italiano Insurance can help give you that peace of mind. Even if your mortgage company doesn't require flood insurance, your home could still be at risk for flood. And now's the time to make sure your family is fully protected. Call 813-877-7799 or visit ItalianoInsurance.com today. Italiano Insurance, serving our community for over 60 years.
Imagine clutching your chest, gasping for air. A heart attack strikes without warning. Your loved ones panic, powerless to help. Your life changes forever or ends in a single terrifying moment. Mike Calta here for Lifeguard Imaging. That's why I've been telling you for years, get scanned. Heart disease claims millions of lives annually, often with no symptoms. Don't let that be your story. You could feel fine today while deadly plaque builds in your arteries or cancer silently grows inside you. And by the time you notice, it may be too late. It doesn't have to end this way. Lifeguard Imaging's high-accuracy CT scans detect heart disease and hundreds of forms of cancer, often before symptoms ever appear, giving you the chance to take action and do something about it. A 5-minute scan can mean the difference between life and death, between years with your family or a preventable tragedy. Don't wait for symptoms or pain. Take control before it's too late and take the guesswork out of your health. Right now, when you join Lifeguard Imaging's Legacy program, you'll get a second membership for 50% off. Give it to your spouse, your sibling, your best friend, or someone you just want to protect. Trust me, the peace of mind is priceless. Visit lifeguardimaging.com today. The scariest thing you can do is nothing at all. Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1? At Furman Chevy Brandon, we say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to 0% APR financing on 2025 Silverado 1500 for well-qualified buyers. Don't take our word for it. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in nursing homes. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
What happens when the grid goes down and your home goes dark? No lights, no AC, no answers. It's not if, it's when. John Senning here for Solar Bear, reminding you the federal solar tax credit is fading fast, but you can still save thousands. Time is running out. If you wait, you lose. Solar Bear installs high-efficiency solar panels and backup batteries so your home stays powered even during blackouts. No more panic, no more darkness. Don't miss out on this credit. Call Solar Bear now and lock in your savings before it's too late. Visit solarbear.com today before the lights go out.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Experience Monster Jam live and become a fan for life with an ultimate day of family fun at the Emily Arena on August 15th through the 17th. Get ready to cheer, scream, and be amazed as massive Monster Jam trucks and world champion drivers take over Tampa for a weekend packed with high-flying action and jaw-dropping stunts.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Climate Design Home Services. They really know their stuff. Climate Design has installed Trane heating and cooling systems for over 50 years. So put their experience to work for you. Visit climatedesign.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delegato. Typical mid-August weather into the weekend. Mix of sun and clouds during the day. Slow-moving storms developing, about 30-40% chance. Highs low to mid-90s, mostly clear at night, and lows near 80.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Drew Garabo in the building. Drew Garabo Live coming up in less than 30 minutes. Make sure you keep it locked to the bone all afternoon long. Shout out to our friends at Monster Jam, Holly, and everybody over at the Feld group that are always so great to work with. And they really, they are a mecca of entertainment. Things that you may have seen or been to, you didn't even know they were involved. And they are, I didn't really think about it when she said she was from that area of Florida, which I don't think she said out loud, so I won't repeat it. But that's also where the Feld building is as well.
I imagine it's very convenient for her to live close to Feld HQ.
Dude, I would love, and I know that she's probably still listening, Holly. I think it would be so cool to get a tour of whatever they got going on over there.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would imagine they have the layouts, and then I don't know if they're storing wild animals over there, but who knows the possibilities of prototypes and everything else that would be on display. So go to Monster Jam this weekend. It's always a great time. You posed a question right when we came back.
I did. Yesterday was filet mignon day. And I find, I know I'll probably piss some people off when I say this, I find the filet to be the most overrated cut of meat on the planet.
Would never in a million years, and I do not believe that I ever have ordered a filet. I think, and again, we may make some people mad. I think the filet is for somebody who does not eat steak, and they go out, and that's not a bad thing necessarily, but they go out for a dinner, a fancy dinner, and it just is like this ingrained thing of it's a nice night out, I'll get the filet. And, you know, there's a tenderness to a great filet that is okay, but it is often devoid of fat, which means it's devoid of flavor. And I'm a ribeye till I die type guy. And some people, well, that was a hell of a rhyme, that some people don't like the fattiness. But even if you go with a strip or a really nice sirloin, I think the filet is criminally overrated.
Rookie meat.
Yeah. This doesn't say anything. You think he's a filet guy?
I'm a strip guy when it comes to it.
Yeah, it also, I don't want to make it a gender thing.
Oh, no, it is.
It's a lady thing.
It is. They offer a petite cut.
Yeah, it is it is absolutely a lady cut of meat. I do also wish there are tons of cuts of meat. I just wish that more of them were front of mind and being served at more places. Because I think at your average steakhouse, you could maybe get a T-bone, maybe get a sirloin, a ribeye, a strip, a filet. Like, I think that is probably about it.
At your high-end steakhouses, you can get the Chateaubriand.
But at a high-end place that's dabbling in just steaks, maybe. But I'm saying for the average person to have a steak, I think those are the ones that everybody thinks about. And it's also tough because you have to cook them so differently.
Yeah.
But like the picanha and the tri-tip, those are different because a lot of people cook those as whole like roasts. But like with the picanha, the way that they do those, the Brazilian way, is you just sear the whole roast. You just get a nice char on the whole roast, and then you cut it into steaks and grill them like that. And that's why often that will be the signature cut at the Brazilian steakhouses, because they sear them off and then they cut them and then put them on the rotisserie once they've only been seared on the outside.
Pardon my ignorance. What is a London broil exactly?
London broil. It's I think it's part of a sirloin cap.
Okay.
Part thing. Like it's probably, I don't think it's too far from those others, just with maybe a little less a little less fat. The London broil is I don't want to say that it's a tough one, but
I'm not a fan.
I don't think that I tried doing those like when I first got into my picanha tri-tip phase. Like if I couldn't find it, I would get a London broil, and it just felt like you could never really do it. I'm trying to see where exactly it is. It is a dish and not a cut.
Oh, so it has to do with the preparation and not where it comes from.
Yeah. Huh. London, which is crazy because the tag says London broil. Like when you go to the grocery store, it says London broil. London broil traditionally uses tougher cuts of beef, often flank steak or top round. Butchers often label these as London broil in grocery stores, even though it can often be a different cut of meat.
Oh. There are two words that just don't sound appetizing: London and broil.
Yeah, I want to say that somebody would do London broil in our house, and I want to say it was marinated in Coca-Cola. I want to say that was either my mom or my dad's recipe when they cooked the London broil, that it would be marinated in Coke.
My mom would marinate the flank steak in orange juice and soy sauce, I think.
That's nice.
It was delicious. Like, flank steak was great.
The flank steak and the skirt steak, I would say those might be the steaks that could enter the more mainstream conversation, because if you marinate them, they're delicious. Like it does take a little bit more work, but they're usually thin, so it doesn't take too long to cook. And then you slice it against the grain, and that's really the trick, marinating it and cutting it the right way. I was looking to see if this Coca-Cola recipe was a thing. Oh yeah, the marinade, traditional marinade includes Coca-Cola, soy sauce, garlic.
Huh?
Who would have thought?
When I grew up, prime cuts of beef were not a thing. Even if they were available, my parents never in a million years would have splurged on a prime cut of meat for us. But I don't even think there was USDA grade prime in the 70s and 80s.
It's so weird because I remember steaks being cooked in our house. I don't know what they were. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, if my dad was getting, like, we would have steak night.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, what would be the number one meat. But now it is a whole new stratosphere. I mean, you have places, whether it's a butcher, you look at places like Wild Fork that are doing not only a million cuts, but then you start getting into the Wagyu and different things like that. I was trying to have this conversation with Danielle last night. She wasn't getting me because she also doesn't eat meat, nor does she care. But so I've been getting, I think ground beef, this is not just an ad for Wild Fork, just so you know, this is a true feeling. So I have been getting different like blends of ground beef.
Yeah.
When I do either burgers or I'm making tacos or whatever it may be, if I want to use that, I'm always looking for the best ground beef. And I feel like, depending on where you get it, now they have like the bougie packaged ones, even like the Wahlburgers and stuff like that. I started getting the Wagyu, it's 80-20 ground beef from Wild Fork, and it feels like, I was trying to tell her, this is what I said, and she looked at me like I was stupid. I said, this tastes like what I remember ground beef tasting like when I was a kid.
I get that.
And I almost just wondered if, as these giant corporations that handle the beef only get bigger and they're processing more meat, if you did go and took a sample, and I know they're not being treated the same exact way, but if you took samples of 1992 ground beef and put it up against today's standard ground beef, if it would actually be closer in quality to what we call Wagyu. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, and it absolutely would, because I bet back then they were kept under better conditions.
Yes.
They were fed a better quality feed, and you got better beef.
Yeah. Dude, we had some burritos last night. I know that this isn't something you would necessarily do, but we have been, outside of my trip to Freddy's, been being good. Dude, the damn Hero tortillas. They are zero carb tortillas, which normally I think those are a joke and they don't even taste like tortillas. Dude, these tortillas I would put up against some of my favorite real tortillas.
Really?
So, dude, they have somehow changed the game in the no carb space of bread and stuff. I was reading about them last night because I was trying to remember. Tom Brady was an early investor. Tom Brady was an early investor in Hero, and he was in on it when they launched Hero bread at Subway, and didn't work out.
People weren't concerned with nutrition.
Well, and that's
Subway.
the thing. Once you go to Subway, you've already, and trust me, I say this as a man who will kill a cold cut combo and has probably more recently than 95% of humans. you've got to be at a certain point in your life when you're ready to eat Subway.
I usually just like a little snack at Subway, so I order off the kids menu. I get the Jared Fogle 3-incher.
Post Diddlin, they have not picked up their food quality. I will say that.
No, that was it rocked them. I mean, go figure. You can't build an entire franchise around one dude and him end up being a pedophile and you still thrive. Like it just they almost needed. It's so crazy because I feel like we've entered such a new era over the past maybe couple years of what you can get away with. Like they could have ran with like an anti-Jared agenda, and I think it could have worked.
Huh? How?
Like I'm intrigued. Just being a little more honest, a little more honest about it, and just saying, this guy was the face of our company, and we've now found out that he is disgusting scum, and we want to let you, just being more honest about it. Like I think it was Subway's dirty little secret. He went away, and everybody knew it, everybody talked about it, but they never acknowledged it, and I just think the reality element of advertising is more than ever that you could get away with burying Jared to separate yourself from him.
I think I got it. So you have the CEO of Subway go on the camera, and he's like, I'm very, very sorry. We did not vet this individual.
This is good.
And then they cut to the founder of Jimmy John's holding a dead lion in Africa. And they're like, but at least we're not this scumbag, right?
That's not bad either. You may have to go on the offensive. Is that true, by the way? Was he the guy with the shark?
I've heard that the dude from Jimmy John's is a trophy hunter, big game hunter,
Jimmy
whatever.
Jimmy John's owner
could be liberal propaganda.
There is something with Jimmy John's. Like they have some interesting things about them. I'm checking out the always credible Snopes. Was it the owner of Jimmy John's with the dead shark? And their answer is
y'all.
He says no.
Mr. Snopes does?
In May of 2017, social media users began encountering a bizarre photo of a grinning... That was the other part. He was naked. A bizarre photo of a grinning naked man straddling a shark stretched out on the deck of a boat.
His was dead elephants.
Yeah.
So he's... they thought it was also the head coach of the University of Florida. So maybe he just got lumped in. So he's an elephant killer.
Yeah, I got it right here. The former owner of Jimmy John's.
Oh, he's out.
Jimmy John Leotaud has faced criticism for his love of big game hunting. Photos of him posing with hunted animals, including elephants, have circulated online. He stated his hunting activities were legal and that he no longer hunts big game in Africa.
Yeah, Jimmy John's is
elephants.
They're always playing catch up. I really do feel like Jersey Mike stepped into the sub game and changed it. Like they were so far above any mainstream chain by cutting it themselves. And is that him?
Oh man, that's a big ass tusk.
That is.
I think he's there with cheetah, leopard.
Oh
as well.
man,
that's tough to get.
That's the like. So I know there are legitimate things where it can lend a hand in the conservation of the beast. Sure. I understand that. Dude, the stuff with things like the jungle cats and the that beautiful, I'm never going to be able to I'm never going to be able to support it. It just doesn't make any sense. I was going down a rabbit hole to find out if people were eating those Cape buffaloes that guy got killed by.
Are they?
Which they do. They do. And actually, oddly enough, they're killing those on the new season of Alone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're everywhere, and they will kill people.
Is that what you're talking about?
The shark guy? Yeah, that's the guy.
That's not the same one you're saying.
No. I don't think. If they thought it was a coach for University of Florida, and then they thought it was the Jimmy John's guy, and it just turns out just a guy.
Just a guy with a dead shark.
Just a guy. Let me hit a couple. We're against it, but let me hit a couple real joints real quick. And this one seems like it was just landed in our foot-long hand. A man was charged with a felony on Wednesday after allegedly throwing a sandwich at a federal law enforcement official amid the uptick in police presence as ordered by President Donald Trump in D.C. Sean Charles Dunn, he's 37, shouted at a group of U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents on Sunday before hurling a sandwich at one of them. Why are you here? I don't want you in my city. He started pointing at the officers while calling them fascist. Onlookers took video of the incident and caught him throwing the Subway sandwich. which that's a big investment. I saw somebody yesterday. I don't know that it's every Subway, but there's this viral clip of a guy saying that he paid $18 for a foot-long Subway sandwich.
Jesus.
I think you're still probably $10 to $12 on an average foot-long.
Yeah.
That's a hell of an investment to prove a point. After hurling the food at the officers, Dunn attempted to run away, but was chased by police. He was charged with assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers or employees, according to a court filing. He took a Subway sandwich about this big and took it and threw it at an officer. He thought it was funny. That coming from the U.S. District Attorney, the District of Columbia U.S. Attorney in a video response to the altercation.
Yeah, Firehouse, never throwing that. That's
dude,
a lot of meat.
Firehouse is
A lot of salty meat.
Nobody. Every time we bring up Firehouse, I bring up the fact that they don't do a good enough job of communicating that they are preparing their sandwiches in a way that I've never seen done ever before. Because they have those big steamers.
Yeah.
Never seen those at any sandwich place ever. Definitely not a chain.
Right.
Where they take the meat and the cheese and everything and they put it in this contraption that makes it super melty and moist and delicious. And I think... Now, I'm telling Subway how to do business. Now I'm telling Firehouse how to do business. Like, put some pride into the fact that you're preparing your sandwiches in a way that nobody else is.
Subway Big L, when they said, how can we get customers and everyone in our store again? Let's get a foot-long nacho.
Yeah,
Did you see those?
Oh,
photos?
I did see the foot-long nachos.
Yeah, Doritos foot-long nachos is something Subway does now.
Okay.
Where it just looks like they take a bag of Doritos and squirt cheese on it and like, eat up, fatty.
Dude, it is bizarre what's going on in the Subway community. So I have been to Subways, like I said, more recently than anybody else on planet Earth probably. And you go in there and you can flip a coin before you walk in the door to decide whether or not anybody is going to be there to take care of you. I went to the one over here by me off 62nd, went inside, nobody came. Not a soul to be seen. Nobody
No sandwich artists?
No sandwich artists to be found. We were coming back from the beach a couple weeks ago, and we ordered one. We ordered it online, and we went in the store to pick it up. I stood in there. Nobody was there. Should have been ready. Nobody was there. So I go to the car, and I call them, and I go, hey, I'm at the store. Nobody is here. And she goes, oh, sorry about that, sweetie. And then she comes out. She goes, what do you need? I go, I ordered 2 sandwiches like 25 minutes ago. She's like, oh, yeah, I'll get started on those right now.
Oh, my
I'm like, what? They have given up on life. I mean, if Subway people are trying to trickle down and get their people motivated, they're not doing a good enough job because these Subways are hanging on by a thread.
Shout out to PJ Sub down there in Paris, right?
If you live down there. Oh, that's what I should have asked Brianna if she knew about.
I asked her. She does.
She does know
They're
about
only
it?
open during the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she knew about them.
Yeah, dude, I am so on back order, back over. Dude, I think the last one I had was my birthday last year when you set that up and he came here.
Wow.
I think that was the last one. The thing is, it is undeniably off the beaten path.
Oh, yeah.
So if we're going to my in-laws down south, you have to then get on 75 going the opposite direction, go all the way to Moccasin Wallow, take it all the way up to 3. It's just, that's not an excuse, but I need to make it in there more often. Or maybe they're listening and they want to deliver us some sandwiches.
I mean, that'd be nice.
I believe my favorite sub sandwich on planet
They're
Earth.
so good.
They're really damn
delicious. The Subway story, though, about this guy throwing the sub at the guy, when I read it first and didn't see the video, I thought it was from far away. Like he might have like chucked it where they wouldn't. No, dude, he's a foot away from the guy and just hurls it at him.
Yeah, he really does. I am curious to see what happens in the next 72 hours with DC because I've heard people are saying they're coming from around the country to protest. It's not hitting the way that I would have thought off the get. You're seeing a lot of clips of people in DC saying, like, we need this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's really two trains of thought. Even if it's that bad, this is fascist and he's a dictator for doing it. And there's our local law enforcement and officials weren't doing enough to clean up the city. So, of course, we're happy that they're stepping in. I don't think it's ever going to look good or feel good when you've got tanks out on the streets and you've got people in military garb pretty much doing, law enforcement work. But I don't think throwing your hands up in the air and saying our city just sucks, there's homeless people everywhere, and the crime is out of control, we'll live with it. That's not the answer either. So if there's not a better alternative, then this one doesn't hit so bad with me, even though it feels weird.
I wonder what's up with that part of our country because Baltimore, if The Wire is to be believed, if it's lawlessness up there.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's just I don't know what it is. There's a talking point that would tell you all of these cities are democratically run and that they're soft on crime and that people don't go to jail and they get out on bails that are unfair and stuff like that. But I know there are states in that are led by Republicans that have bad areas as well. I think I think we've just lost our way a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think with homelessness and drugs and so many different things, mental health crisis, I think that has led people to be out on the streets and causing trouble, buying and selling drugs that come along with guns and violence. And I don't know how you center everything back up.
No, and as the gap continues to widen between the billionaires of the world and the impoverished, it's going to get nothing but worse.
It absolutely is. And this story, real quick, just because it's my favorite story of the day. We're running a little late. But, man, if you haven't seen these pictures, they are terrifying. And I'm convinced this is the beginning of the end of the world. A group of rabbits in Colorado have grown grotesque horn-like growths that seem out of a low-budget horror film. Scientists say there is no reason to be scared. The furry creatures merely have a relatively common virus. The cottontails recently spotted in Fort Collins are infected with mostly harmless Shopa papillomavirus, which causes wart-like growths to protrude from their faces like metastasizing horns. Viral photos have inspired a fluffle of unflattering nicknames, from Frankenstein bunnies to demon rabbits. They are terrifying looking. Like, they are, if all the animals started growing things like this, I'm locking myself in my home, because they are absolutely terrifying. They say the virus in rabbits was named all the way back in the 1930s when it was originally found. So it has been around and has happened, but probably in the day and age of social media and people just being really freaked out by these things, it's a little more popular.
When y'all's pets grow this, what are you doing? You keeping the pet if they can take
that would
it
be
off,
so
or?
weird, dude. That'd be so weird. Of all the things you could do, you wake up and your dog or cat just has these horn
projections
growing out of his face.
I'd have to get Dr. Jeanette Lee, Pimple Popper, MD, and see what she can do.
Pulling these,
She's a miracle worker.
Start
I don't know
pulling
if you watch the show, Diz. Have you watched
Pimple Popper?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Dude, you don't watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
No, that's disgusting.
Dude, I think that is
it's
you might as
fascinating.
well split the society right down the middle, because I think you either love watching things being popped or it makes you sick.
You
to your
like
stomach.
it?
I can get down on it a little bit. I couldn't do like a 30-minute episode, but I could watch a goiter being lanced.
Yeah,
dude. Look at me. Medical
Shout out to
terms.
Lance.
Shout out to Lance.
No.
I got in his DMs yesterday. I'm like, dude, where are these punch bars at? Play.
Man, I'll let you have some of mine. I can't handle it. The thing about Dr. Pimple Popper, it's not just the lancing of the boils and the cysts and whatnot. It's the changing of the lives. Like, the people come in and they're all like, no, you can't go to the mall anymore because I got these things growing out of my ears. And then when they leave, they're like, I'm a new person, Dr. Lee. And then you get to see all the pus that's inside.
Looks like a Boston cream.
Pus, skin.
Dude.
And it comes shooting out of there sometimes, too. Like these certain sebaceous cysts.
You know what would be great is if we wouldn't be able to get the pimple popper, but if we got somebody in that same field, and then we did. I'm envisioning, like, when you tattooed people in the studio, we lance and pop things in the studio. Right?
I know a super hot dermatologist.
Dude, does she do popping and scraping and stuff like that?
I'll ask.
Nope, that's not a Disney.
I'm overdue for an appointment, too, so I'll make one and then I'll ask her.
Have you seen Osmosis Jones?
Yeah.
When it explodes and it lands on the lip.
I saw it
I
in
don't
the
think
theater.
I ever saw that, but people still
It's
talk
great.
about it. Bill Murray is one of the voices.
Chris Rock, too, I think.
Dude, and I think
Chris Rock is the voice. Bill Murray's like the real guy it's living in.
Oh,
People,
wow.
yeah.
And I know this,
Osmosis
that
Jones.
Uncle Cracker and Kid Rock were both on the soundtrack.
Of Osmosis Jones?
Yeah.
Is that
they
true?
Were. There's a
Where'd
song.
you pull that from?
I just know it because I know all the hits. But there is, it's gone viral as the hate for Kid Rock has grown. He's got a song where he says, it's not statutory, it's mandatory.
Oh, my God.
And it's on that
That
soundtrack.
was the song.
Not a kid's movie.
That was the song from Osmosis Jones.
It's not statutory. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
That's a real line.
That's a real line from, what, was it a kid's movie?
I mean, it was animated.
Yeah.
I thought it was an adult. I thought it was an adult kids movie. Or an adult animated.
No.
Rated PG at best.
Oh, wow.
Might even be G.
Who would have thought?
Not with a lyric like that, though.
Do not go anywhere. Drew Garabo live.
It was R.
Oh, it was. I thought it was
PG.
Oh,
he's
I was
such a
gonna say,
prankster.
that makes it a lot better.
Now the lyric's okay.
I don't know that they featured the line, it's not statutory, it's mandatory, in the movie.
Is that Taylor?
That's Taylor, yeah.
Would you believe my show open today is a clip from Taylor Swift and the Taylor Swift song?
Well, I almost do because she's, yes. I mean, yes.
What a world.
Dude, I watched the whole interview with her and
Same.
Travis and Jay.
You did?
She's America's sweetheart,
Dude,
dude.
she's undeniably the greatest pop star that has ever lived.
Yeah, but is she entertaining to listen to?
She is undeniably the greatest pop star who has ever lived.
I'm not willing to quite back that up yet with people like Michael Jackson out there in the stratosphere, but she's the biggest pop star of our generation, and I think she might actually be likable.
Oh, she's incredibly
I
likable.
think she might be a real person at the end of the day, still, believe it or not. Drew Garabo Live coming up next. Tomorrow, a Free Ball and Friday edition of Senning Show. Our buddy Danielle will join us. We'll get into one for the ladies at 2 o'clock. Thank you to everybody in the chat room. Thank you, Diz. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you,
Don't go
John.
anywhere. Lots of real, raw radio coming your way.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. You can win a cabin on Calta Cruise 19. Visit Stingray Chevrolet and scan the QR code on the Calta Cruise display to enter. While you're there, find the vehicle that's right for you from their selection of new and used cars. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Earlier left shoulder blockage incident on the Howard Franklin northbound headed to Tampa. Give yourself about 5 minutes back to the 4th Street area in Pinellas. In Hillsborough, some more delays eastbound I-4 back to the Selma connector, congesting traffic on the connector. Couple crashes at Gandy Boulevard. Northbound McDill Avenue at Gandy is back to Wyoming Avenue. Northbound Dale Mabry crash is back to Oklahoma. Northbound Dale Mabry also dealing with an accident at Bay to Bay Boulevard. Eastbound Bush Boulevard at North Boulevard. Still that wreck backing you up to Albany Avenue. 10 to 15 minute delay northbound Dale Mabry. Earlier wreck Idlewild Boulevard backing up traffic beyond Little Road. Southbound traffic almost back to Lutz Lake Fern. This is Eric with traffic.
Brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% off roof replacements and monthly payments as low as $170 based on a $15,000 roof value. Storm season is here. Check them out at universalroof.com.
Rascal Flats. Life is a Highway Tour 2026. Friday, February 13th, Amalie Arena.
I like the sound of that.
Country music's greatest vocal group, Rascal Flats. Back on the road. With special guests Lauren Elena and Chris Lane. Tickets on sale Friday, August 15th, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Rascal Flats Live.
Tacoma or RAV4, your choice, $249.